buddy.
Well, the basement's full of toy parts. You got past all the toys themselves. One of the skeletons knocked over this shelf to end this shelf and got decorated in arms and legs and body parts while trying to chase down Magnus.
Was it an adhesive skeleton?
He's totally adhesive.
And you consider the fact that they're these tiny little toy parts, and then it just turns it into an adorable skeleton.
It's terrifying. Oh, look at that.
Well, I mean, I guess in that case I'll finish reading the book. Should we not?
Breathing in the dust, you sound like you're coughing from the book.
Yeah.
It's so damn dark and dusty.
I need to smell it to get a better taste.
Come on, don't you have allergies?
You're right. Burns the book.
One must overcome adversity.
Alright, so you read it, you actually find the entirety sequence to shut down the arcane source, and it turns out it's orb. But it doesn't say exactly where the orb is, it just says it's in the caves below. And you actually find, reading through more of this book, it has the toy automatons and other things that have been built, and there's a very large mechanical construct on the paper itself. It has a few schematics, and it basically explains how it's been keeping things from getting out of the caves into the cellar in the basement.
So what you're saying is that the cellar's more dangerous than the basement.
Yes. And there's the arcane controls to stop all sorts of energy going through the house, but it's down below. Also, last time you saw a giant metal plated door over here on the left that goes into the side room. And it's just cracked a little ajar. All you can see is the statue down at the wall there, and the glowing crystal in its hands.
Alright, laddies, looks like we need to go down into the basement. It's the best I can do.
That's fine.
We appreciate
Well, I'll take big monsters over hordes of murderous toys any day.
And I'll relay all the
Considering that
information
our
I've
exit is
had.
blocked off, do we have a choice?
I mean, we can always just have a seat and eat our rations and die of starvation, but I like our first option better.
Yeah, I don't really like the taste of dog.
Oh, shouldn't all the injured spend a healing surge? Cough, I'll just do it. There we go.
Remember,
Alright.
you get a +3.
As you just
Yeah, I basically couldn't roll anything other than a max roll with all the bonuses being a Dragonborn and the +3 gives, so...
I'll spend a healing surge as well to get back to full health.
Dragonborn Sorcerer kicks ass.
This door isn't fully open, it's just cracked a little. Obviously, it's a very hefty, heavy door. As you get a little closer, you see there's a very obvious keyhole in the middle.
Oh. Flick,
Did one of us
I
get a key?
believe.
Don't put the damn key in it.
Flick will toss the key to Rowan.
What? Do I have to be electrocuted again?
It's already open. It's just a very heavy door that's open, and there's a key on it.
Good, because I thought I was going to have to rip it off its hinges.
Oh God, you guys in that fucking door ripping has just been killing me. The door's gotta close.
I mean, hey, you might as well just plan for any occasion.
So,
This
Alright.
place has got us paranoid.
so as soon as you step near the door itself, you actually hear kind of like the mechanical sound that you heard up on top of the stairs. Flick, you recognize it. And it's like pistons going off and all that. You can actually hear what you wouldn't know what hydraulics are, but it definitely gives off the sound of hydraulics.
So it gives off some, like, dull rap music.
Yo, 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 let's Listen up, motherfucker. Let me tell you it. Oh, sorry.
Alright, so I guess, do I have to roll a strength, or can I squeeze through the already...
You could squeeze through. It's just going to be really slow because the door is so heavy.
Why don't we just push it open?
Yeah, I guess we'll
You
push
guys
it
are
on.
beefy. Beef
The
king.
beef sorcerer I lift every day.
I smoke weed every day.
Alright, that's my attempt to lift.
Alright. So,
Do
you struggle a little bit at first, but it starts swinging easily. Even though the joints are fairly old, they actually seem to be oiled well enough to the point where it's not too much of a struggle. And you just see this thing facing a hole in the wall.
Oh fuck.
It doesn't even turn around, it's just straight forward. You could actually see previous, like, you can't tell exactly. One looks like an insectoid creature. There's a couple of zombies corpses, like they're completely smashed and pulverized in the corner. But it definitely shows that nothing whatsoever has gotten past this machine.
Flick's jaw will drop and his mouth will just kind of hang open for a moment.
Maybe we can negotiate with it.
Doesn't seem hostile. It's just standing there staring straight forward. Also,
I mean, I'm just gonna propose the hypothesis that it probably kills you if you enter the room.
I'm gonna go over here, right? And then Rowan's gonna pick up a crate. Could Rowan fit in this crate?
yes.
Okay.
Are we gonna Metal Gear this?
It's a 5 foot. It's
Oh
a
my
5 foot
God,
crate,
don't-
just like this. The other crate that you fought.
So
in
what's the
Smash.
roll? Stealth, or is there disguise in this?
No, you could just put it on and go right in there.
All right. So
Oh, dude, I'm joining him. Let's do this.
I'm gonna put the crate on top, or carry the crate over here, right?
I'm grabbing the other one. Let's go.
Then put it over my head, crouch down, and then start.
Clink,
Walking.
clink, 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 clink.
Alright.
And I'm
So
gonna start just inching forward. Just. Ooh.
I don't have the barrel on yet. I'm watching to see what
yeah.
happens.
When-
I
Okay.
want to watch
when,
it see what happens.
when you step in this room, the machines just keep staring straight forward into the hole that's in the wall up there. Obviously, the wall was knocked down to get into the tunnels below, and
Okay.
the crystal to the south in the statue's hands actually seems to be giving off radiant light. It's like the best description is you could just feel refreshing energy pulse through you. Like, this entire area actually feels very safe. And being this close to the door, since all of you pushed it, you can all tell that the lock is arcane on the door itself.
Hmm.
I've seen enough Indiana Jones to know where this is going. Grab the orb, statue activates.
It's just there. It's giving constant pulses of radiant light
Where is the orb? Over here?
to the south, yeah, in the statue's hands. It's just like on a nice little pedestal.
Okay, I'm gonna start inching, just very slowly creeping in the box.
You're more hell of a paladin.
Brum, brum, brum.
Uh,
Snake.
Uh,
Snake.
basically, after being through all your ordeals and the few cut marks on your legs from the toy soldiers that were assaulting you, and even some of the gouges and gashes on your neck from the skeletons earlier, start to heal,
Oh,
completely seal up.
huh.
Just, it seems to be just being near this orb completely heals all wounds.
Okay, I'm gonna creep forward closer.
It's just very relaxing. It's there, just giving a constant pulse of healing energy.
I'm gonna look back. What's the machine doing?
Still staring at the hole in the wall.
All right, here we go, boys. You reach out.
Do you have a large stone to replace it with? Indiana Jones.
Does Flick say that?
No, no.
I don't think we can see you from our current position anyway.
Well, you guys are leaning up against the door, right?
Yeah.
I'd imagine you'd be like sharing like this space, or
Oh, so it's like Scooby Doo, where we're like all piled on top of each other looking through the door.
We even got the dog.
I'm probably just like, standing looking.
God damn it.
through
so. I'm gonna grab the orb.
All right, it doesn't budge, but you actually feel a healing surge regain.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
You gonna leave your hands on the orb?
Well, it doesn't budge, right?
Yeah, it doesn't budge, but it just gave you back a healing surge.
Rowan's just gonna kind of jerk back in shock and go, guys,
What is it, laddie?
I can't quite explain it. I need your Tyrion. I need your magical expertise over here. I'm gonna get up out of the box.
It's funny because I'm retarded at magic. Alright, let's go have a look.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, so far
Yeah.
you've been doing all of the magic, so.
Did Tyrion go in there in a box or?
No, I'm just gonna walk in.
The
Okay.
Yeah, Rowan doesn't have
I'll
a
walk
box on
into
either.
it.
machine just completely ignores you guys. Like, it's just,
Alright, let's go in.
it's
Step we
completely...
communicate.
Flick will point at the orb and say, "Fortune."
So as you all get closer, you actually see all your wounds being healed. Flick all the shin stabs from all the swords and pock marks are healed over.
Flick, if he's tall enough, he'll try to grab the orb.
Yep, it's only about 5 feet, so you could easily reach up with your arms and touch it. So you regain a healing surge as well.
Nice.
I'm gonna touch the orb and attempt to analyze the magic through the flow into me.
So you regain a healing surge as well, and basically as soon as you just get the sense of
What?
magic of what it is, it's basically an arcane conduit that somehow had been reworked to turn arcane energy into healing radiant light. This is a very odd thing. It seems like an experimental crystal almost. It's not a very regular, regular piece of arcane work to have done.
What do you mean? Where did it come from? I typed a roll d20 plus 5.
No, did you see my roll above it?
Yeah, that was the strength check for the door.
Oh, really? It just popped up for me.
Oh,
We
weird.
saw that earlier.
Yeah.
Like, it just suddenly reappeared for me.
Okay.
It was really
Weird.
weird. Alright.
Alright, well, if everyone else is getting in on this, I also touch the orb.
It appears that the orb is an experimental magical device.
You regain a healing surge as well, Magnus.
So, while Flick is touching it, he'll just start convulsing and look like he's being electrocuted, and then let go and go, "Ha!"
So in the side chests here, one of them's open. It actually has
Loot.
a couple of bedrolls. It seems like people would actually sleep down here.
Huh.
At the same time, you
Oh,
do
good,
notice.
we can set up camp next to the giant clockwork monster.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
it's gonna protect us as long as we don't attack it, right?
What is,
Oh, God.
what is
And it
that
looks
sound and what
God,
is this?
the things coming out. not
Does
going
this
in.
desk, I assume, have drawers?
That is just a flat tabletop. It seems like people were doing a bit of alchemy there and work pestle and mortar, because there's just herbs and dust all over it, and a couple of chemical burns. So it seems like somebody was performing alchemy there next to the orb.
Lead to gold, baby.
So you still have the door that's open when you pushed open as a keyhole on one side. You didn't look at the other side, and Big, Mean, and Bruiser is at the other side.
Alright, can you laddies give me a second? I'm gonna go look at the desk for any information about this big golem man.
So Flick will also, like, he's scratching his head and he's gonna do something. I think he's got it. So this thing is standing facing a hole in the wall here.
And there's just bodies and corpses and all sorts of insectoid parts just strewn against the sides, like nothing has left past his path.
Yeah. So Flick will get everyone's attention and point towards the cave and go, "Cave!" and then give a thumbs up and then turn around, do a 180 and point outwards and say, "Cave!" and then put a finger to his throat and do that motion.
What?
Oh my god.
Is there a
If
cave inside
we
of
can
every
go
one of us?
in, but if we come out, it'll try to kill us.
That's a good
but-
point, actually, probably.
Sorry if I explained that wrong.
But what if this thing is powered by the arcane energies that we're going to stop, though? Then we'll be fine.
You do have its full schematic in the book. If you look.
I'm gonna go look at the book then and see if it's I don't know, like the waystones or whatever we've been passing, if their design is similar to whatever's powering it.
So, you sit down for a couple minutes to read over the constructs, schematics, and basically its programming. You figure out that it's actually the body of an old warforged that died out and basically can only accept very simple parameters. It does have good memory, so it can maintain orders exquisitely. And basically, that you do figure out that the conduits are actually powering this creature.
So this thing used to be alive?
Yes, lad, it appears to be a warforged. Well, it was. And it is apparently powered by whatever's beneath us, so if we can shut that off, we probably would be just fine.
Meanwhile, Flick is trying to pull the orb off the statue, and he has like both of his feet on the statue, and he's like pulling at like almost horizontal angle as hard as he can.
Well, if Flick is done messing with the orb,
Well, Flick is actually sitting there messing around even more. Since he kept his hands on it longer, he actually does gain another healing surge.
Oh, nice.
what?
So from that, you actually discern that every minute it can grant you another healing surge.
But it won't come off this thing.
No. The statue's completely anchored. From what you could discern from that is that it's also empowered by the same obelisks as everything else in this house.
Oh, I was just gonna take a chisel to it and just remove the hands.
Yeah, Flick will look kind of slump down a bit.
Oh.
I vote that we throw away a dead body in front of the golem first to make sure it does not, in fact, attack anything that just gets in front of it.
Let's get a healing surge.
I think we should take a short rest here and take turns getting healing surges.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's take a short rest leaning on the orb.
and then proceed.
Okay.
So you each take turns putting your hands on, getting all your surges back,
Maybe.
grabbing a snack from your rations bags. So,
Dried dragon fruit.
even though you seem to recover a little fatigue, you don't seem to recover the entirety. It's very obvious that it can't prevent you from needing sleep if you're exhausted, but it can just help you physically ail anything that's injured you.
What's that weird fruit you're eating, Tyrion?
Dragon fruit. It's from my homeland.
Never had any of that stuff. What's it
You
like?
want to try some?
Sure. What is it? What is it like?
It's bitter with just a hint of sweetness.
So Rowan's going to eat just a little bit of just a little bit of the. I guess it would be like the consistency of. Have you ever had those like cheap fruit roll-ups? Like they're not they're not like completely squishy, but they're not hard either. It's almost like beef jerkies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna just bite on it and then just yank it and chew a little bit and go. You didn't say it was spicy. Oh.
I'd never think it's spicy. You know I can breathe fire.
And at this point, she's just like taking out her water and just drinking all of it. Woo! Have the rest of this back.
Thank you.
All right. Now that I'm awake, shall we go forward?
Anything in these crates?
Those crates, actually,
Again? No.
it seems like first aid, and you actually do find an alchemy set that obviously was on the table previously.
Let's try putting a bedroll over the construct's head. let's go Skyrim up in here.
Skyrim. Oh, shit.
Can't attack what it can't see.
Oh god, that's a pretty far reach.
What?
Oh, that's a really big fucking construct.
Yeah,
You could definitely cover it with a blanket, but you're probably gonna have to have Flick or somebody on their shoulders to try and chuck it over his head.
Alright, well,
Dilly dallying. Come on.
let's go.
This is a really dumb plan.
But you all of you have your surges back and everything.
Anything happen?
It just it kind of turns to you. You hear like the pistons and the hydraulics just turn, and the head just stares down at you with its flashlight eyes, and
I'm gonna wave hesitantly.
you just see swirling blue arcane energy in its eyes, and then it just like immediately raises an axe a little, and then stares straight at the hole again.
Okay. Well, shall we? Boom.
Can I ask what your mission parameters are, Mr. Robot?
Let nothing through, not humanoid.
I am not a human. Do I count?
You count humanoid. Parameters, undead, insect, creature, unapproved, people.
Again, Flick's jaws just drop.
And every time you hear him speak, you hear kind of like a thunk of metal as his jaw reconnects with his head.
Alright, so are you okay with us going down, or do you not want us coming back?
Parameters, humanoid, fine.
Oh, alright.
He's the guardian of the place. Okay.
Have a nice day, Mr. Robot.
It just stares blankly, staring.
Como arigato, Mr. Roboto.
So let's move you guys down. Alright.
Oh no, we've entered the corner. I'm gonna leave this dimension for a moment. I'm back.
I come with news. So you step down.
Good news, everyone.
There's different kinds of crystals all over the walls, and they give some light and shimmer, but there's actual lights coming on in the crystals that hang from the wooden beams that seem to, like, as soon as there's motion near them, lighten up to give pathway down into this tunnel. And the stairs go down to your left.
Ooh. Man, am I glad to be out of that creepy house.
Out of the frying pan and into a creepy cave.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the creepy cave.
Nothing like a good old crusty dungeon, eh?
Like an old crusty white man, eh?
So you,
Well, boys, left or right?
right is where you came from. Or, I mean, down here.
Wait, so
These
this is where we
these are
came
the-
from?
Yeah, those stairs are where you came from.
Alright, then let's I don't know. Do we want to, like, roll a d2?
So this way, you can
The
actually,
equivalent of a coin toss?
to your south, you can actually see that the entirety of the tunnel had collapsed. It seems there's a unfortunate person who was caught in the downfall of the tunnel because there's just an arm sticking out of the rocks.
Now, remember, we can take from what was in the corpse pile upstairs what's down here.
Down here, you basically see most dust cobwebs. It seems there's definite leftover footprints of people who've traveled down here.
Flick thinks to himself, should have searched those corpses up there for loot. Of all the ones the robot killed.
You do realize there's only us down here. We can get the loot when we come back.
You're in my thoughts? Do you have my reading?
Yeah? I don't know what you're saying out loud.
I just said Flick thinks to himself, I should have looted those
Well, I'm
bodies."
telepathic now, so deal with it.
Plus, you know how Flick talks. That's my in-character voice. It's his gruffness.
The gruff.
Apparently he thinks in Goblin.
Yeah, of course. He was raised by goblins.
Well then,
So,
Well, we have to answer, why can't I see myself on Google Earth?
well, that's because you weren't fapping in the window 10 minutes ago.
Yes, exactly.
They only
So-
take embarrassing photos. You have to be ass naked jerking off in the window.
Actually, somebody who is that unfortunate.
Yeah. So,
I'm progressing very slowly forward.
so as you keep progressing forward, you do hear shuffling in the distance, kind of echoing through these very deadened halls. Further down, you actually do see a couple of the.
Wait, is it dark in here?
So far, the crystals on the beams are keeping it lit. It
Just
does
making sure.
it does get darker as you peer further down in, because it appears that the crystals or other parts have been broken or collapsed from just not being repaired for so long.
Jeez, how long is this tunnel?
I'll crack a sun rod and tuck it into my armor. So then we can see it when it gets darker.
So you start reaching the darker areas where the tunnel collapsed.
I'll go a pace with Rowan so then we get light.
All right, so from there.
So
you
which
can
way are we?
actually
Are we taking
see-
the tunnel or the?
From there?
Oh,
You can
Oh,
see the
I
first hound.
sense several enemies ahead.
You can actually see the hound around the corner, and you actually hear more and more shuffling behind the rocks. So far, Tyrion, you can only see the dog, and the dog doesn't seem like a normal dog.
I don't know.
It hasn't noticed you that.
I'm an elbow. Hey, I think there's a zombie dog over there. It doesn't look normal.
can I see like
Can I
its nose
try
or
to-
something?
I want to go in here and do a stealth check.
All right.
Oh,
And Rowan, if you move to your left and Tyrion steps back, you could be able to roll a check on that.
I'll just step back into this. I'll occupy this square.
So you easily stealth around, and you peer around, and you could see in the dark, even though there's a little light coming around the corner, all these zombies that are kind of shuffling around. It's very obvious from what they're wearing that these are the previous town guardsmen who came down here.
Flick will just kind of turn back to the party and give a thumbs up, and like manifest his sword.
Well, I guess that means we're going in, boys. Charge!
Alright. Surprise
I've got a
round.
Right.
Alright, so,
Charge.
alright, so
Are we all making a surprise attack or just him?
you can all make a surprise attack because these things haven't even noticed any of you yet. And
Sorry,
also
like
roll initiative. You'll get your first moves before anything.
Oh, good. See, when I have +0, I get better rolls than when I've had +8s.
The laws of the dice, man. You can't understand it. You just have to live with it.
5. Yeah, that's 5. Alright, this is for Acid Orb because I don't have anything better to do against the dogs. It's the only thing I can see.
Alright. Oh, it's 24. Damn. Yeah, you fucking decimate it. As soon as the acid blob hits it, it just starts melting through the middle, and you see the dog actually split in half and flop on the floor.
I had to know how hard I killed it. Alright, there we go.
You can... I'll still allow you to charge, Rowan, because we didn't...
Okay, because like I'm like, how his orb must travel faster than me. Like I don't.
I'd hope the Acid Orb doesn't travel faster than you. That'd be kind of sad.
So Rowan was running, and then she at the dog, and then she sees that the dog
just fucking
melts in front of her. So she goes, and takes another. Takes
And
another.
looks back at Tyrion, he's shrugging, and then the comedy sitcom music plays.
Oh, Tyrion.
Oh, you.
And I'm going to holy strike that skeleton.
Alright.
So that's plus how much do I get for charging?
1.
+2, I think?
Plus
Or
2?
one?
It's plus 1 for charging, but if it's a surprise round, it should be an extra +2.
Yeah, because
So that's plus 3 total?
No, it's a surprise round, so it's +2.
Okay.
Alright.
So does a 17 hit?
Definitely. And
Okay.
you fucking crit him for 17 damage. God damn.
Plus 2 if I was charging, so that's 19.
19. Jesus. Alright, so
Plus 1 radiant. So yeah, that's radiant damage. Or wait. No. Okay. So I realized what I was trying to say. It was 18 damage and it's radiant.
18 damage and radiant. Minus 18. And then minus 5 for vulnerable radiant. So when you charge into this thing, you actually see surprised, and it just... most of it starts crumpling away, even though it's still barely standing. It's just very close on to falling over.
Take that, you cur!
Flick?
Did Magnus go?
Magnus, if you... Well, we're all taking the surprise rounds first. Like, everyone gets a surprise round.
Yeah, I'll just see what he does first.
Alright, Magnus?
I actually can't really do anything from back here. I'm just going to move up.
Alright.
Okay, I will just shoot an Eldritch Bolt at this guy if I have line of sight.
Partial cover, so I would just say regular shot. Because
Okay,
that's just
well,
a little
do
bit
I
of
have-
rock wall in front of you.
Better line of sight to this guy?
Yeah, he's full clear.
Okay, then I'll do that. Then +2 because we're surprising them, right?
Yep. So 20, definitely gonna hit. For 15 force. Alright. Damn. And he's bloodied as well.
Nice.
Alright, let's see.
The undead, more like the re-dead.
About to be.
Jeez. Alright, so that's all the surprise round. Put descending. Jesus. How do I roll so high for these things? Alright, first zombie. He sees food. He's hungry. He's gonna shuffle forward.
Oh.
And he's gonna break off a piece of that ass.
Oh.
Pay me tribute.
Sacrifice.
Snack. Next level.
Check.
10 out of 10.
Alright, so this is versus your AC. Oh,
Oh, yeah, that hits.
so he just runs up and immediately slams into you, grabbing, claws at your face and trying to yank your arm out of socket. And this is,
Hey, I need that.
That's my drinking arm. Oh, wait. Both
Holy
of them are my drinking
shit.
arms. I'm good.
Alright,
That's me drinking on him.
15 damage.
Yeah, I see that. I'm
I
bloody.
see that.
I'm bloodied.
Jesus.
Funny.
Alright, so this zombie sits here in front and unfortunately, because you are in front, he's gonna shuffle forward and try and help his friend.
Do your worst.
Last words.
That's the last you'll hear.
It's first AC. 13, definitely not.
You okay there, buddy? You look like you're falling apart.
He comes over, he just kind of slaps against your pauldron, not really sure where to hit.
Looking for meat.
Salt zombie. He is a little salty from being surprised around. He's gonna go for a claw attack. So, scrapes against your breastplate, just kind of bounces off. It just seems a little disgruntled. Tyrion.
Your move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Afternoon, gentlemen. Mimics just on. I don't know if you want me to light you on fire, so
I mean, could it do 14 damage? Because that's my health.
it is entirely possible it could deal 14 damage to you.
I would say, character-wise, you probably wouldn't want him to set you on fire, considering the amount of alcohol you're carrying, and your blood is probably 50 proof at least.
That is actually very true. I didn't think of that. Thank you.
Walking tankard.
Alright, so I guess I'll just settle for Acid Orb and old Shuffly here.
Alright.
Alright, no, never mind. Let's back up a step. So
Yeah, I was about to say you could back up a step before you do that.
Is this all my bonuses? Yes, it is.
So
Alright.
18 versus reflex. Definitely hitting.
That's the damage.
Damn.
It's acid typed, if that makes any difference.
Unfortunately, not for zombies.
Well, I was figuring for resistances, he'd probably have resistance to it.
Surprisingly not. Alright, so he takes a big old blob to the chest and face. You see most of his neck and his ribs exposed. His esophagus starts actually fully melting away.
I just got that detailed.
That was my chest. I needed that for coughing while smoking.
John Cena.
Was that all your stuff?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Taint zombie. Everyone's kind of crowding around this one meal. He doesn't want to do that. He also got shot from the shadows, so he's gonna shuffle on out this way.
Oh, he ain't about that shared meal. He wants to find his own fifth meal.
And then he finds a good-sized meal in the shadows here.
Oh.
This will be against AC.
Stupid effect. 11.
15. Alright, so. Oh.
Magnus, I could use a healing aura thingy.
Alright, So he comes over. He goes to swing. He kind of just smacks his hand against a rock wall and fucks up horribly. And he just kind of like blows dust in the air. Magnus.
Minor aura.
Yes.
My standard targeting this guy. I'm gonna use Victor of the Feywild. Go forth, my minions. Damn it! It never works.
Unfortunately, not.
That's a really awesome power.
Yeah, when it hit.
Alright.
You can't be a victim of the Feywild if you don't get smacked up a bit.
Shuffle forward a little bit, and then my turn.
Is that a bard power?
Yes.
Rowan.
Okay.
They're slapping.
Is using a healing surge, does it
You could second wind for this combat, which will give you +2 all your AC, all your armor classes for.
No, I'm fine with using a healing surge as a minor action because I'm in Magnus.
It doesn't provoke.
It doesn't?
It doesn't.
Okay, then I will use that. So I roll 1d6, right?
Yeah, 1d6 and add that onto your surge value.
Woo!
Hey, look, your luck might be poor, but it's still extra healing.
That's true. That's. And seeing that this guy was the one who hit me, I'm going to. What do I want to do?
An encounter power?
I would, but the problem is most of. I'm actually going to I'm gonna use Holy Strike, and then I'm going to channel Divinity. So, yeah, I think
The light of divinity.
Holy Strike standard. Ugh. I assume that misses.
Which one was that against?
The one that attacked me earlier.
The one to your right.
Oh, sorry, right. The creepy one that has his arms, like this one.
Alright, so the diagonal one.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. That one. Alright, so that's gonna hit.
Oh, it's gonna hit.
Yep.
Okay, so that's 13 radiant damage.
Alright, 13 radiant damage. Alright.
Okay, and then let me just double check if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. Channel Divinity. Check drug from your deity using that energy. Some domains grant. Oh, I actually need. Okay, so I'll do that next turn. Never mind. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Flick. He's hungry.
You there.
My encounter power on him. While the stupid zombie was punching a rock, Flick was aiming his ice blade at his chest. And crits!
Oh, nice.
Doesn't a crit just destroy a zombie regardless?
Yep, zombie weakness. Any critical hit reduces zombie to 0. So, boom.
So
Nice.
that's my exploding ice sword attack, so I imagine that's probably gory as fuck.
So basically, you just stab the ice sword right into his chest. Everything actually kind of frosts over, and then you immediately see shards just splatter out. His head goes rolling back, his arms fall and hit the wall, and then there's just blood and half-rotten gore all over the rock walls.
Alright, and then I'm gonna move like this. And that's my turn.
Alright. to Grasper. He's not too happy that he couldn't even get past the pauldron on Rowan. So he sees a fresh meal walk up. That's not even hurt. And he's going to go for you. Let's see. Against AC.
Oof.
I'll force him to reroll.
Alright.
Yeah, he misses.
Nice.
He goes to grasp, fumbles, you usually slip away from his nasty smelling fingers. Let's see. This one up here. His friend, since they're all assisting each other, they're going to keep focusing on Rowan because they just want a nice piece of meal. I bet you thought I was going to say something else.
I mean, meat would have been perfectly applicable, and I wouldn't even have made a joke out of it.
Alright, so this one, where's AC? Not a dollar sign.
Dollar sign. I
Versus
do
a
that
dollar
lot.
sign.
Versus the money.
That misses.
Here comes the money.
Dollar, dollar, money talks.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
I know the money talks, honey, but why do you think the money talks if you aren't a shoe?
Alright, so this guy, since he got almost crippled by Rowan, he's just gonna focus on her. The zombie on the right. Versus AC again. Oh.
Hits.
Alright, so let's see. And you are now grabbed.
Take me to dinner first.
That ass!
Take me to dinner, take me to dinner.
9 damage. Tyrion.
You there, let me bend your ear for a moment. Alright, so I'll be firing my close burst in such a way as to hit these two blokes, but nobody else, as is outlined.
Alright.
Will I take a penalty for hitting somebody that's grappling a teammate, or...?
The one that's grappling is this one in between Flick and Rowan.
Oh, okay, so that's not even a problem.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's lead in with the breath, as usual. Wait. Have I been doing this roll wrong? Yeah, it would take the plus, so it's +7. Alright, well, it's only 11 anyway, so that's only versus reflex, so that probably misses.
That's the first one, and then roll for a second one.
Oh, yeah.
And so the first one is sorry, so and then second one.
And then this
The
is
second one will hit.
Alright. Eight damage. And this is for the close burst spell. Whatever the hell it's called. Burning spray.
Alright.
Yeah, that's right. Alright, there's the roll for the first one. This first guy's dodging everything.
He's dancing. He's dancing.
I'm just missing everything.
He pushed his friend out of the way, so it's like a tick.
Friends first.
We help.
Undead Brotherhood.
So after that little techno show, there's one zombie gets hit a little bit, and his pants are on fire. And then basically started dancing with the other burning spray, and manages to dodge the flames coming from your hands.
I managed to assemble all 5 pieces of Exodia.
So, hello?
Oh,
Debating?
what?
That all?
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry, sometimes I can't hear you. My ears are kind of messed up right now.
That's no problem. Magnus.
Shoot forward one. Because I'm super friendly, I'm actually going to use my use my mana to give Rowan a healing surge.
Oh, yay! Thank you. So do I still roll the 1d6?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
thank you.
And then for my standard, I'm going to try and attack this guy with my staggering note.
All right.
Friggin' frick!
Ugh.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm never going to roll again.
So,
You're helping. Don't worry.
Alright, so.
Just sit here and patch you up.
Here, take this. Stay away! Oh, crap, it missed. Alright. So, anything else?
No, that's it.
Rowan, you were grabbed by the zombie to your right.
Indeed. So I can what
You
can I
can
do?
roll a strength check to beat his fortitude to break the grapple, or
Okay.
you could roll acrobatics to break it and versus reflex.
Remember, grapples just mean you're immobilized. It doesn't do anything else.
You could do everything
Oh,
else. It's just,
so can I just hit him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could just
Yeah, just
smash
hit
his
him.
fucking head right off.
All right. So then I'm going to use yeah, I'm just gonna holy strike him.
All right.
So this is with the +2 because we're flanking, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh.
Definitely. Alright, so
Do you want to say you marked them first?
No, it's fine. 7 holy
For
damage.
my next trick, Kaiba, I'm gonna make your life bar disappear.
you actually crush him under the weight of that blow, and he just lets go and crumples to the floor between you and Flick.
All right, and I'm going to use my mark on the zombie directly ahead of me and also next to Tyrion. Spit in his general direction.
It burns! It's
Undead
radiant!
scum!
Radiant spit.
Well, my spit does have some alcohol in it.
It's purifying my skin! So,
I'm so into this.
so Flick, you're up.
Okay. I'll take the attack of opportunity and move there.
Alright, so find that.
How dare you?
Attack of opportunity, a tie.
Like, did you ask if he wanted that attack of opportunity before you just tried to give it to him? Jesus Christ.
Rape.
You're so entitled.
Oh, that's a miss.
Damn.
Halflings get a bonus against opportunity attacks.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, so this is at a +2, so a nice 30 versus AC.
Yeah, definitely hitting. So 17.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Alright, so let me make this quick roll. Alright, so you stab the ice sword into his back. It explodes. You see shards shoot out. Part of his torso starts to freeze over. And as soon as it looks like he's about to fall down, he stops and immediately turns around.
Oh,
Afternoon, gentlemen.
That hurt. The zombie says.
Fuck you.
That's my turn.
Alright. Let's see. So he's now going after you since you just exploded most of his leftover organs.
I was saving those for later, man.
Okay.
So he's gonna try and go for a grasp.
Versus reflex.
Yep. 12.
Miss.
Okay. He fumbles again. His friend is up. After dancing around the flame, he's gonna go after Tyrion.
oh, then he takes 5 radiant damage.
He takes it in strides.
Just because I'm the only dragon here, gonna discriminate?
Those
That's
scales, man.
racist.
Those
He also
scales
takes
sell
some-
on the market.
By the way, he also takes a -2 penalty to hit.
Alright, so -2. And this is for your AC, and definitely
Oh,
not.
that. Oh,
He goes to claw. He just grazes your leather armor, and it's just like it's almost like he brushed his hand over it.
Very softly and
so
gently.
soft.
Dude.
Let's see. I guess I can't just shotgun the area because there's kind of people standing in it. So
You should like shift and get CA.
That's true.
yeah, I guess I can just.
You got
Second
strength,
attack.
you can make a melee.
For a melee attack?
What?
You got strength, you can make a melee basic.
With what?
You got a dagger, Ben, +1.
You're gonna have me shiv him with a dagger?
Come on, you're brave.
Why am I shiving him?
Because he just brushed his hand over you lately.
Very sexually.
I like fire more. I'm gonna go with that.
Alright.
Alright, so I think this provokes an attack of opportunity. I take it. So
Of course. Let me make that.
you know very well what I'm doing from this position.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
Rhoda?
So, that's first AC.
Jesus Christ, that hits.
Alright, so he's not happy you didn't take his advance as well.
Come
Oh, by
on.
the way, the radiant damage hits
Why
again.
won't you love me?
Alright.
By the way, the radiant damage.
Oh, that's right. So, and then that's 10 damage, and he takes 5 for that. He's barely standing. Hobbling.
That's racist.
Hobbling.
Die.
So,
Ah,
This first guy.
Alright,
Second.
second guy.
Action point, I'm gonna do it again.
Second guy's definite hit, so roll damage first. Or
No, I'm rolling everything first. Alright, so I hit.
Alright, so
Second guy twice, first guy once.
Alright, so roll damage for the first.
So 1d8 plus
Actually, he's.
9.
You don't even have. Yeah, just roll damage for
The second guy?
first guy, and then.
Okay, so that's... I only had the first guy once, so then yeah, I just do 16 damage.
Alright, so he's definitely dead. And let me roll this real quick. Alright, so both of them actually finally die this time.
Nice shot, Tyrion.
They go
It's
crumbling
like the
down
hot
into
miss.
ashes. They can't stand the heat.
They should have gotten out of the kitchen.
They should have eaten those dragon fruits, huh?
I swear they aren't spicy to my kind. You don't breathe fire like I do. It's only natural.
So we inch forward.
glad to have been such a big help.
You were. You kept me alive. Don't worry, Magnus.
I know.
Rowan says as she pats you on the back. Good hearty slap.
Flick will say to Tehran, blood leaking. As you're like grievously wounded.
Oh, let me take care of that.
No, it's fine. I'm actually stronger when I'm injured. It's kind of funny.
I don't think Rowan's gonna give you a choice unless you're gonna resist her lay on hands.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
Come on, let the beautiful lady touch you.
Okay. So you don't spend a healing surge, but you get the value.
Oh, okay. I get my full healing surge value?
Yeah.
Alright, 1 sec, so I get the extra thing. Where is it?
I basically spend one of my healing surges to heal you.
Oh yeah, I get my... Okay. So, slash roll and then d6 plus 2.
Alright, we also get +3 from that then.
Alright, there we go. Thank you. Alright, yeah. Let's roll. Alright, which cave do we want to go down first? Let me see.
Oh, my bad. Back up a little bit. I didn't see that it was. That was a different one.
One sec. Reading what I have in my bag. Alright, okay. I don't have anything special for this situation. I forgot to get the good thing that I planned for this kind of situation.
Debating on which way to go.
Do we want to roll a D2?
Yeah, well, there's 3 directions we could go.
I'm telling you, there's more than 3.
One of them splits off at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's 4.
Let's roll a D5 top to bottom.
Wait, where's the 5th one going to go?
1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 we just leave.
Oh!
Wait, no? Yeah? Okay,
So
so...
Well, yeah, I mean, the pathway went down the other way as well, didn't it? Right at the start.
Yeah, so I guess let's explore locally first by the power of chance.
Fair enough.
Alright,
It's a tight tunnel.
do you want me to go first?
I guess I will.
Alright.
As usual.
I mean, it's not like a... yeah, whatever.
Oh, great.
Oh, great, another...
The winding tunnels go on and on.
Goes on and on and on and on. Strangers, look at shadows.
So,
Looking down the boulevard.
Hopefully these tunnels aren't as traumatizing as the ones you guys were in recently.
Alright, by logical deduction...
I
you'll be
was
able to
fine.
see for head now.
so the further you move down in this direction, you start to see more and more spiderweb. You hear the occasional skitter.
Keep an eye on the ceiling.
It's a natural fear, it's not a phobia.
It's rational. It's not irrational.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Let's see. So, are we gonna just roll a d4 again, or do you?
I mean,
Let's just go
unless
south.
anybody... Yeah.
South.
South.
Move.
All right, all right, all right.
I give the sunwad to Rowan, by the way, since she's in the front.
I'll just stick it in between like one of my paw sleeves or something.
That's what I said I did, so...
Wedge it on your pauldrons or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, look, another branch. By the way, I am observing the ceiling actively, considering that I'd assume the spiders can walk on walls and ceilings.
Which way are we gonna go?
Also, I want to say real quick, before that last battle, you guys noticed how incredibly stealthy Flick is. So keep that in mind if you ever want someone to do something stealthy. He's practically a rogue.
I can dress myself in a box just fine, thank you. Let's just keep going south, I guess. I mean, let's keep up
Okay.
the motif.
Alright, so Rowan, you hear shuffling.
Have a white box
From which
obscured by
direction?
black.
You know it's coming immediately from your left.
I'm gonna do the classic things that you're not supposed to do in a movie, and step forward with my sword drawn.
I can go first.
Alright, so immediately find one of the lost adventurers who came down here. He turns around to say hello too. You get
Do you have a TomTom GPS? I'm kind of lost.
As immediately turn, you come face to face, and now we do the rolls.
Whoa, 23. Jeez.
No, I'm on top and you guys are on bottom.
Oh baby.
Wink, wink.
I don't think.
There we go.
I don't think
Wait,
Flick.
wait.
I don't think Flick could support Rowan on top.
No, you can't.
It's like twice his size,
Tyrion,
and the dragon board too.
Tyrion, roll.
Wait, what's... Oh, initiative.
was gonna say, like, did I?
Oh, yeah, natural too.
Oh.
Alright.
I'm like, oh, this cave reminds me of home.
Flick.
Oh yeah, your home's in a your home was in a cave.
You hear shuffling. You're not exactly
Yes.
sure what it is.
I always like the enclosed spaces. Oh, look, a zombie.
This is a little bit of a tight space, but you could definitely get through.
Oh yeah, as a halfling, I imagine, right?
Oh yeah.
It's probably an easy fit for me. I will just move forward
Alright.
and spend my surprise moving.
Alright. So, moving on to Tyrion, if you want to try and squeeze in a surprise move. Magnus? Surprise move.
Do I get a surprise round?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna shift.
Shift on in.
I'm gonna stare at him from around the corner.
We're just surrounding him. He's like, oh.
And everyone shifted. First round goes to Flick.
Okay.
This guy's about to get butt fucked and no tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, have you had a moment to talk about your Lord and Savior,
Bleedus.
So this is +2 for flanking.
the Divine
Crit.
Connection?
Fucking obliterated. God
Nice.
damn.
So you all get a front row seat to the Flick show and his exploding ice sword of gore.
I feel like we're just like the schoolyard bullies. We saw a guy eating lunch by himself. We stormed over and you just stabbed an icy sword down his throat and he just
Right.
shattered.
Right, because school bullies do that, right?
You never went to school where I did.
You see
Things.
Flick just skillfully move up behind this guy. You see the sword actually stab out from his stomach. The entire bottom half, and it goes all the way up to his neck as well, freezing all the blood. And it just immediately explodes, splattering everyone in fresh gore as his
And
head falls down and just shatters on the floor.
Flick will point to everyone and go, "Dry cleaning."
So now everyone's covered in zombie guts.
Hey, I was hiding around the corner,
True.
and I'm glad I was.
Oh, God.
All right.
I'm gonna start poking the magic armor to see if it has some kind of clean switch.
Clean. Come on, clean. So, Magnus, before you leave, since you're still looking at him, and all that glorious blood,
Gets back up.
you actually see a small pouch on the floor. It was
Okay,
where
good.
you find a nice little ruby. So you can add a ruby
Alright.
gemstone to your inventory.
Nice little ruby.
He's muted. Alright. So, Flick is temporarily muted because he's got faux aggro.
GG.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba.
So, as you're moving down this way, Rowan, you see a very thick cover of webs covering the entryway here.
I think you're gonna have to go forward. Use your fire breath.
Don't mind if I do.
Burn it all.
I'll take the sun rod back.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you could step one more square forward, and that will be the actual spot where the web wall is.
Alright. I'm gonna breathe fire, I guess.
Okay. In what fashion? Just so I know the square.
I mean, where's the web wall?
Just immediately in front of you there.
Then
Okay.
this entire area just breathing in.
So you.
All right, I'm back.
So Tyrion steps up. He starts to take a breath. Immediately breathes fire through the webs. It lights everything up. You can actually hear the web crackling and flaming through. Roll me 2 attacks of your breath. Alright. So roll me 1 damage. 6. So after you hear all the fire crackling, you hear like small screeches and almost like cries, and you just burned, from what you could see, a nest of spiders open.
Oh! Go get him, Tiger.
Which one did I start burning?
The one to your right. Like
Fuck, I don't
the
know,
other
light it on fire
spiders,
again.
the other spiders seem just fine. So that's 6 damage.
Are they like? Is it like writhing or is it like?
It's a massive spiders. Like they all started clumping together. Like you actually blew
Oh,
other spiders off the top.
No. It's not irrational. It's not irrational. Die. All right, this is Actually, no. Let's just use explosive fire. It should just die.
All right. Is that
That's the encounter.
encounter is a single target?
Yeah.
All right.
Careful.
So that's
They'll give you perma boners.
so is that for reflex?
Yeah.
All right, miss. All right. So, after that, roll initiative. They now know everyone's there.
Oh no.
Morning. Ah, 5. The fear's not irrational.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not irrational. So descending. We got everyone.
Now listen here. If there is a spider that can kill you by permanently giving you a boner, I don't think that's irrational.
Alright, so the first spider swarm's gonna start skittering up to Tyrion because it got disturbed.
Oh, great. The egg sac is skittering up to me. That isn't mentally disturbing at all. They're dragging it like a cargo trailer.
And this is versus reflex.
Oh, that definitely hits.
Alright. And just double check. Alright. And this gives you 5 ongoing poison damage.
Christ.
Save ends.
So are these obvious swarms?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
okay.
abundantly obvious that what just attacked Tyrion is a massive, like, hive of spiders.
Flick will just turn around to
Alright,
Rowan and
excellent.
go, dead end, turn around.
So,
Flick, I can see the spiders.
No.
It's
the
not irrational.
the next swarm actually skitters around and puts out all the webbing. It seems to like they're spitting all their venom on it and just snuff it out.
They're
Flick.
smart too.
I was always under the impression that venom was flammable.
I will just stand here and shoot a Eldritch
Let's
bolt.
go Google search that because I'm curious.
I'm curious
About what?
too. That'd be fascinating to know if venom is flammable.
I mean,
Because if
to a
it is,
certain extent, right?
I'm gonna go with spider venom then.
alright. So versus reflex, force, single target. Alright. Yep. And that's 14 force.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Definitely hitting. You just shoot a Eldritch Bolt right into the middle of this group. You see a whole bunch of different little spider legs go flying, some curling up, some just splattered by the bolts itself.
That's my turn.
Rowan.
Can I squeeze? Yeah, can I? Since Flick is so small, can I just like step over him or like scoot past him or something?
You could, even if I was a 7 foot tall, 5 foot wide ogre.
Oh,
You
okay.
can move through allies to the squares.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's 5'10". 15, 20, just to protect you. And then I'm going to use my minor, lay on hands. Tyr. Is it Tyrion or Turan?
Tyrion.
Okay, Tyrion. Tyrion, you don't expend a healing surge, but get the benefit.
I'm a lot tankier when I'm hurt. Like, that's why I don't mind.
Oh, do you just tell her? You can
Yeah.
tell her that. Okay, that's fine. Then I guess I'll keep it. Never mind then. I guess I'll hit the guy next to me. Holy strike.
Left or right?
Right.
So you hit,
23.
23 is definitely going to hit.
14 damage.
14 damage, cut in half. Because it's
How do I cut a spider?
Because
What?
it's no, I'm saying 14 damage, and then that's cut in half. Because
okay.
it's
Okay.
it's 7 damage to that because it's a swarm.
Alright, that makes sense.
All right.
And then I'm gonna spit in the general direction of the one in front of Terran.
Okay. You spit at the swarm. Magnus, you can't exactly see what's going on, but you hear people yelling.
Gonna move up a bit. Or
I swear to God, I hate arachnids. Why are they here?
and use my staggering note on the one that's actually down from me, since I probably can barely see the other one.
All right.
Oh, I can hit spiders just fine.
3 damage on that.
And Rowan can take the attack.
2
Okay. So
and then push it 2 directly back after that. So go for it.
MBA.
Melee basic.
okay, so who do I hit? Who do I get to hit?
You're going for the south boy.
Okay, that one.
First AC
18.
does not meet.
Oh, okay.
And now he's pushed 2 that way. Tyrion, take 5 damage.
Afternoon, Jesus.
At least you get the plus to hit now, right?
Yeah, I was getting the plus to hit before I took that damage.
Oh. Even after the healing you got?
No,
No,
I opted out of it because it's kind of a waste of time for him to do it to me. Alright, so I'm going to say... Do I roll savings poison at the start of my turn or after?
End. End of
Okay.
turn.
Alright, so I mean... I guess let's just kick it off by doing the old acid orb versus the spider in the corner. Wait, no. There's spiders, so I'm just going to assume they're not going to take as much damage for that, so I'll just fire it.
Alright, so AoE attack.
Yeah.
Good choice.
6 or 7. It's 6, yeah.
19 versus reflex, definitely hitting.
Yeah. Plus 9. 14 damage.
14 damage, and it takes an extra 5 for that. So that's 19. The group is looking very thin. You only see a few skittering about down there.
And then,
Save ends if you're done.
I'm gonna action point healing surge because if I want to make sure I'm not gonna die to the poison on my next turn.
Okay.
You can healing surge with a minor, you know.
You can?
Or
He
You
has his
didn't,
aura
you didn't
on.
move, so you could drop your move to a minor.
Oh, okay, alright. I thought second wind was a standard action.
Is it?
well, it's second wind is, but to just spend a healing surge with my +3. No,
Yeah.
my
Yep.
plus
But I'm pretty sure I
1.
have to second wind in combat.
No.
Oh, you
Magnus-
want the armor though, right?
No, I don't want the armor. I just want to be able to spend the surge.
All right.
Oh,
So if you just
Magnus
drop your
has a-
movement, yeah. If you just drop your movement to a minor, you could spend a healing surge with Magnus's +3 from the aura,
Okay.
It's a 1d6 in combat.
and you save your second wind.
So, plus 6, plus 3,
Plus 1d6.
1d6,
From,
plus 2. Alright, and then, yeah, so I get 6 back.
Nice. And
From this.
What the?
That's how far his aura reaches.
That's my aura.
So roll for save ends against poison. Nope.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm happy I did that.
Still poison. Alright. The few remaining kind of skitter over, and they are going to try and bite Rowan, trying to find the little spots in the armor that they can slip their fangs through.
Oh no.
I
Team
didn't
versus
say
AC.
that.
Yes.
Alright. The next swarm is going to be actually a little more disgusting and shift into you and crawl into your armor, trying to bite you. It's now underneath the plate mail, shuffling between plate and chainmail.
Do you need an evacuation?
Versus your reflex.
That's spot on.
I just realized that I am the dry cleaner.
Quick, set Rowan on fire.
So wait, I had a Russia slash and burn.
8 damage and 5 ongoing poison. Save ends. I can alter that. There we are. Flick. They're biting!
I'm gonna do my treacherous advantage. I'm gonna push the dog man forward to square.
Treacherous advantage.
It's such an accurate name.
He just shoves.
And then be able to shift here and then attack.
Oh, that's right. You can teleport.
Well, it's shifting.
Yeah. And since the swarm's inside of Rowan's armor right now, there's a few bits crawling on the outside. Can still strike at it. But it's a disadvantage right now. Because it's actually on your character. Oh, God. Damn, that's definitely going to hit. So which one you were going for?
I guess I didn't. So there's one actually in that square.
Yeah, swarm effects. They can share the same square as an enemy.
I guess I would have gone here then. I don't think I can shift through there then.
All right.
Without getting spiders all over myself. So I'll just attack that one.
All right. So you attack this swarm, and you splat the remainder that's there. Blah.
Cool. That's his turn.
All right. Rowan.
So
It feels like little tingly tickles.
So what she's gonna do is she's gonna start like, do you know those guys who make music by like hitting their body?
Oh God.
Yeah, she's gonna just start like slamming down her pauldrons and like hitting her armor and just going like.
I'll allow a melee basic without your magic weapon.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Okay.
So it's just not the full plus, just -1 on that.
Okay. 25 hit.
Most definitely.
Okay. So for damage, what do I roll? Like.
Well, I'm gonna have to say a 1d6 because you're not striking it with your full blade. So I'll just move the spider swarm here for now, so I can adjust its health. Right.
But strength still hits, right?
Yep. Because you're slapping with the full. Oh my God. Unfortunately, cut in half because it's a melee. So -6. You hear little screeches and splats as they all start skittering around, trying to find different spots and hide away so your plate mail isn't crushing them.
Okay, and so with that, I'm going to use my movement to shift.
All right, so you shift out. You kind of like you're lifting up your front chest plate a little, so there's a gap, and that you kind of like dump them out. So they're now sitting on the floor there again.
evicted.
Magnus. Spiders!
I'm gonna shift away before I use my stagger note again. Oh, never mind.
Alright. Would you like to try again?
No. Not wasting an action point on spiders.
Tyrion, the swarm has come for you.
Oh, it has. Let's see. So I guess I'll just. Where's the second swarm?
It's dead.
Oh, alright. Go to hell, spiders. Let me aim this. I guess. Oh, yeah, I take 5 damage. Because poison is fair.
Yep.
Then I
You
guess
failed your
let's.
save?
Yeah, I
you
failed my
the
last save.
Okay.
I guess I'll just take the attack opportunity because I'm going to
Oh,
take one.
I didn't get to
regardless.
save.
Oh, that's right. Roll your save now. It's just 1d20 flat.
Yeah.
Alright, didn't save.
Alright, the spider gets an attack opportunity against me.
Alright. The little swarms skitter and try and bite at your ankles. +6.
I disagree.
Oof. Hot.
Yeah.
So, D6. 7 damage.
Oh, Christ. Now that hurt a bit. But no matter.
21 versus
8
reflex.
plus 9. 13 damage.
13 damage. Bump that up to an 18 because it's AoE. And you see 2 scampering around.
He's standing in my square.
Where is he? Yeah.
What?
You're standing on me.
Flick's right here.
Really?
Yeah.
On my screen, he's over here.
You gotta refresh. You must be.
Refresh your page, but I'll just say like you stepped aside because I didn't even notice.
It's like,
Oh, there we go. Now he's there.
But I'll still accept that attack with no melee basic because that was my fault.
Alright, then I'm gonna healing. Do the action point thing after I. Yeah. Do the healing thing.
Alright.
D6 plus 5. He's plus 2, then. No, that's plus 2. What?
It didn't work.
Just go on. I'll do all my rolls, because.
Just roll me a save throw. For poison.
At least I need to once and for all knock down my macro for this. It's taking way too long to roll the surge on my modifiers.
So, Spider Swarm, the last remaining few,
So that's 9.
well, the only 2, is going to scamper back into Rowan's armor.
Son of a bitch.
You certainly are popular.
And this is
Do you host a spider youth hostel or something?
versus reflex.
It's
Alright. This. 6 plus 3. 4 damage. And you're already poisoned anyways. Flick.
so how does it work if
It's just
Is
like
the
it counts as
swarm-
like disadvantage -2. Or for
Like-
swarm.
yeah,
The
like
swarm.
being in the square? I mean, it gets cover, partial cover.
Basically, it's like like grappling. And
crawling
it can
in
crawl
this
into
game.
chunks of armor and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. But defense-wise, it gets partial cover for
Yeah.
being in the same square. So I'm trying not to stab Rowan.
Pretty much.
Okay. I missed.
First AC, yeah, that's a miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that's my turn.
Rowan. There's 2 of them. You can feel them skittering about.
I'm gonna do the same thing again. Well, actually,
Boom, 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 boom.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm I'm gonna try to get them. I'm gonna shift again.
All
Try
right.
to get them. You know.
The shift and shake. You dump them on the floor while you move away.
Yep. I'm gonna use my miner to heal up.
Okay.
Is there any
Okay.
heals left in that thing?
One can
You
hope.
guys have been tapping it quite a bit.
Is there any heals left, Rosie?
How many times has it been used?
Twice by Tyrion, I believe.
Didn't Tyrion just use his second wind for that one?
I used my second wind.
Second one. So there's only one use on this combat round.
Alright.
So I can use it twice per encounter. So this will be the second one.
So go for it, Rowan.
Okay, cool. Gonna do that. Oh, and then I have to take the damage right from the poison.
Yep. So minus
Okay.
5.
Okay. And then I'm going to whack 'em, sack 'em.
Rock'em sock'em, smash bots.
I'm going to divine pursuit it.
You should have pursued me. Now you're going to jail.
Does a 22 to reflex hit?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, smash the remaining 2, lad.
Pop.
Plop, plop. A nice disgusting squelch under your
Okay.
boot.
And then now I have to roll save, right?
Yep. Tyrion and Rowan save ends.
Oh my god!
Tyrion?
Thank God.
Alright, so you're cured, Tyrion. Rowan,
Yes.
you take another 5 save ends.
Secret
again.
is drinking your own piss.
So Rowan, you take another 5 save ends again.
Assisted resuscitation.
Oh my god!
I'm just standing there watching her like foaming at the mouth and like dying.
Alright, so after that 2 rounds, since you're out of combat, you can try and wait it out, or you can go for another. Waiting it out would just require a Constitution check, so that would be an endurance check.
Oh fuck this! I'm doing this.
Alright.
So I use the healing. Okay, so I take another 5. Alright.
Yep. You can do it!
I'm
Alright.
beating this!
You're no longer poisoned.
Grit my teeth and just.
I'm drinking beer more venomous than this.
Alright.
I actually imagine you're trying to cure it by sucking out the blood from your wounds.
So, while you're... God. While you're looking around through some of these, you can basically just see that there's some poor bastards, obviously other town's guardsmen, who are caught in this horrible web and eaten alive by small spiders.
Flick will loot them.
Alright. You find a couple of short swords. One had a spear, and another had a halberd. You find a few coins on them. You find about 43 gold on them.
Okay.
Right, now that ordeal is taken care of.
And the leather straps on the armor is just completely worn. Obviously, the armor is just garbage at this point.
Where is it?
Bum, bum, bum.
Imagine, if you will, a world that had no spiders. Such a world would be
Horrific.
Perfectly rational.
Horrific, because the insects would be out of control.
Yeah, I like all the good spiders do, but they're still scary.
I won't deny that. So from down the way, you hear shuffling.
Tyrann. Tyrann,
It's
would you like to go forward again?
it's not.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
It's completely open. There's no webs going out this way. You hear shuffling though.
Am I going first or not?
That's up to you.
I'm asking everybody else's opinion.
I mean, I guess I will.
I don't care, dude. As he goes black for a moment.
Ah. Alright.
I'm gonna peer. Like, I'm gonna lean.
Lean but not fully go through.
Yeah.
So you kind of peek,
Mhm.
and as you peek, you catch a glimpse of this handsome dude.
There's more enemies ahead.
Milady, afoot my post.
But since you're only peering, the first thing you see as you peer is him, unless you want to look further around.
No, that's fine. I'm peering. So I whisper to them. There's another undead up ahead.
Zombies.
Looks like we really got tunnel vision here.
Well, shall we take care of him?
Well, let's give him what's coming to him.
All right.
This will show him for trying to live an eternal life of brain dead solitude.
So I'm going to step out and then charge.
Alright, so where do you step?
It's to the left of me, to the right.
I guess right here.
Okay.
Right.
So
Because I was looking over the corner, so I step out and then.
step out, and you can get a charge off.
Oh, I can actually, huh? Unless-
you would get a melee basic.
Okay. Well, let's see.
'Cause
Charging means you have to cover at least 3 squares, right?
2.
2 squares. All right.
So yeah, as soon as you step out, you see his other friend, and just south of you there's a wall. So obviously you can see the rock face there, just between you and your name.
Wait, come again?
There's a little lip of a rock here.
So there's nothing. There's just a wall.
You see, yep, that's a wall, so it's obscuring your view from what's further south.
Okay.
Warrior?
So I can't move and then hit, right? I only get a standard.
Yep, 1 standard action.
Charge.
But I can't charge. Oh, you know what? I'll just take the attacks of opportunity. Fuck it.
Okay. Charge!
Charge forward.
So, going for the guy to the south. Roll me a melee basic. Was that 18?
No, I'm gonna. I can holy strike.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. That's such a nice ability.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so 18 versus AC.
Well, charging gives me +1, right?
Yep.
That's 19.
So 19, and this is a bit of a surprise round, so you get +2 to 20. And so definitely hitting.
Okay, so then that's 15. Hold radiant damage.
15 radiant. Okie doke.
Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, bang.
And now we roll initiative.
Finally, I didn't roll like complete garbage.
Oh my goodness. The slow zombies are slow today. Tyrion missing you on the roster. You gonna be able to make it the rest of the night, man?
I'm fine, I'm just...
If you need to go to bed, let me know. We can always postpone when we get to a good spot.
no, actually... Oh, wow, I rolled really high on the initiative order. After I take my turn, I'm gonna go take some medicine.
Alright. So, you're first up.
Let's see...
Can't really see too much. You know that Rowan just charged something.
Well, I guess as she went in, let's walk in and then analyze the situation.
So you can, from that angle, you can see the 2 zombies up here. The one's next to Rowan.
I'll give this fellow an acid orb to think about.
Okay.
Ponder upon it.
Taste my lightning. So 17 versus reflex, definitely hitting.
16 damage.
Perfect.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I'll be back. I'm gonna take some medicine.
Rowan.
I'm gonna whack the guy that Tyrion just acid orbed.
Acid glob to the face.
Oh, after spitting in his general direction first.
So it's a double burn.
Ah! Oh. I'm actually gonna action point. Fuck it.
Refresh that. Yeah.
Oh my god! How is that even?
Wrecked.
Wow.
What?
Denied.
Oh my god! I end my turn shamefully.
Magnus.
What the hell?
You hear a massive clang against stone. The only thing you could assume is the full blade hitting the wall.
I don't even
Twice.
see anything from back here. I'm just gonna step up or and end my turn.
Alright. Zombie. Meal time. So let's see. Fist one. Going for Rowan, obviously, since she's right there. Alright, so she's going for a nice grasp. Plus versus reflex. Never mind. Zombies are just as bad.
What is going on? Someone explain.
And other zombie.
So, aura of sucking.
He's gonna try and body check you from behind. Versus AC. Definitely not. Flick. You see a massive slap fight break out.
Wet noodle fight. We're just whacking each other with fun noodles.
I will just piercing shard that zombie.
Alright. Definitely hitting 16. And oh, invisible. I always forget that. Alright. He is definitely beyond bloodied and hardly holding up.
Cool.
Moving on to Taint Zombie. He's going to shuffle out of the darkness towards Flick. And he's going to try and slam against you.
Okay.
Versus AC.
Feel free to miss.
Oh yeah. There's -5 too. That's a you. I was molded.
Cough syrup tastes a lot worse than I remember.
I'm not actually invisible to that zombie, but
Oh, the flaw in the plan. Tyrion, you're up just in time.
I can see the situation has changed.
Great.
War has changed.
The undead are now used in droves.
I guess I'll just... Can I occupy this square?
Yeah, there's a gap there. You can
Because,
easily
you know,
press up against it.
my perpetual need to not be right next to things unless I'm the only thing next to something is true, so... Let's knock the lower zombie with a ball of acid. I guess I can hit him with fire too, but acid's more fun. Natural one, I guess it isn't.
That's what you get
What?
for going for the black guy.
What is all these natural? Wait. What? Damn, man.
yep.
Wow, I'm rolling up. There's a lot of ones.
Yeah, it's amazing right now.
So many ones.
Alright, well, that's my turn.
Alright. Rowan,
Saving-
redeem yourself.
Hopefully.
Caden Colleen is watching.
Oh
Like-
god, that makes me more nervous.
Maybe I've never drank Robitussin before, but man, that stuff tasted awful.
So seeing that my good friend Fleck is being attacked, I'm gonna shift forward. I'm gonna spit on the one that's directly under Fleck.
Alright.
And then I'm going to hopefully strike it. Better.
Yeah. And that would be 10. Is that 10 or 11?
10 radiant.
10 radiant. 10 radiant against Mr.
Why won't you die?
Wow. That's pretty good.
Hello, Spider-Man.
Hello, Spider-Man.
You thought
Speed, Spider-Man.
you and I could rule this city together, Spider-Man.
It's my own fault. Alright, so. You all set, Magnus?
Owen?
Yeah.
Alright. I run, yes. I'm so fucked up. Alright. Magnus!
It's okay.
Move forward, attack the marked one, wasn't it? And strike. Oh, look, I missed. Never mind.
Oh, God.
No surprise there.
Don't even have a bad plus to hit.
You see, we've been having a hard day so far. Like, we accepted the hard mission. We've been accosted by toys. We're stumbling through a cave full of undead, and then we're like, you know what? This cave smells really shitty.
Anything else, Magnus?
No.
Okay.
It's these paws. They make it hard to hold a sword.
You should switch
Would
to
you
that.
Would you like us to pause for a moment?
Oh, God.
The lack of opposable thumbs.
You gotta start using that mouth.
Get
Hold
it?
the handle with your teeth.
Pause.
Yeah.
Get it?
Oh, God.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
So,
the puns. The
this
puns
guy-
are here.
This zombie's gonna shuffle up and get combat advantage. And he's
What the fuck?
Ick pun counter.
uh,
Oh man.
so he's gonna try and grasp again with +2 for combat advantage versus reflex. Never mind.
Another one.
God.
The magic of Kaden Colleen protects you.
Oh my god. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was just like she's in trouble, and I can't keep her out of the magical only roll ones blast. So she's gonna get stuck in it, but everyone else is gonna roll ones.
That's close enough. I need another drink.
So the other zombie above you, he's going to try and grasp at you. Well, definitely not. Whew.
What is this encounter?
Flick. They're trying to grab her, but they're failing horribly. Oh, God. We got a pun counter going.
Alright. Let's see. Oops. Sorry, I had a phone call. Let's see.
You are a very popular man.
It's my mom, actually, so not any kind of popularity I want. No. But, I would just, icy skewer the one to my right.
Alright. Obliterating. Let me make a quick roll. Alright. Definitely sink it in. It's time for another gore shower. And he falls with a massive hole in his chest.
And then I will, move action, shift here, and then action point and icy skewer that zombie. Because I get an action point after this encounter.
That's just everyone.
Fucking damn, those rolls, man. Definitely. So 14.
Doggone it, I'm cornered.
Alright. Perfect for you. Alright, so this zombie, they're all gonna try and pile on and grab at the paladin in the middle. Alright, so this is plus first AC.
Oh, yes.
Oh, falls short. Or wait, actually, I forgot the +2 to that, so that's a 20.
To my AC.
Yes.
Spot on.
Alright, so... And after that, you are now immobilized. Save ends. Tyrion.
Oh, let me bend their ear for a moment. Okay, let's see what's going down. Alright, so I'm gonna hit this nigga with some acid. 6, go. Alright, there we go, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Melt him.
I'm melting! 12 damage.
Ouch. You see him turn into a nice juicy puddle of flesh.
I don't know if I'd define a puddle of flesh as juicy.
Rowan, you can't move. We've been
What
here
else is
before.
Yes.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to greet you. I'm gonna spit in the general direction of the other guy.
Alright, I'm back.
And then I'm gonna holy strike its neck.
Ah! Perfect.
Did I miss anything?
Taint zombie body checked Rowan and paralyzed her in place.
Oh shit.
14 radiant damage.
14 radiant, and that's going to be bumped up to 19. And I need to make a roll. Alright. So it looks like he's going to stay up for a moment. And then the holy light burns out of his skull, and you see all of his brain fall out of his eye sockets, and he collapses.
Ah, yes, I broke his spirit.
That's
Damn
awesome.
it.
So, from those zombies, looks like bandits who just seem to have wandered in here. They don't really have anything on them.
I still have to save end.
Yep.
No. No.
You cannot move. Make me a save.
Did he get paralyzed?
Yep.
There
Nope. Still can't move. So everyone just sees Rowan kind of standing. There you go.
we go.
I think she has a rigor mortis.
Don't, Rowan, don't you have heroic effort?
I do, but I was like, I mean, it's out of combat anyway. So.
Yeah. I mean,
It's for fun.
I picture what happened was he hit a nerve, so she's got something equivalent to like dead leg right now, and she's like, just give me a moment.
He struck a nerve. It really smarts. It was right on the funny bone.
Ah.
God.
I gotta take this with me.
The pile of flesh?
The pun counter.
Shouldn't it be higher?
It probably should, but I
Should
wasn't.
probably
paying
be it.
We were counting this session.
Yeah, just this session.
So it kind of loops around.
Did it dead end?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Keeps on going.
Well, then I will let Rowan go first. I thought it was a dead end.
I'll go first for once.
Okay.
So I guess I'm bringing up the rear. All right.
Are you
So nice.
still?
No.
What is that symbol?
A net.
Oh, okay.
The same thing that happened to me in the desert.
This is a new experience.
I'm gonna slam my head into the wall and do a healing surge while we walk.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's Dragonborn racial. You didn't know that? I can slam my head into walls to use healing surges.
You could just do that without causing head trauma.
Yeah, I know, but it's supposed to be funny.
Oh, it's perfect. Alright, so everyone just sees Tyrion, like, suddenly bash his fucking head into the wall for no reason. And it's just like he seems better.
Oh, that feels better.
Okay. You learn more about dragons every day.
Ha. Alright, 25. Okay, let's go. Taking the pun counter with us.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I take a mirror out of my pocket and I use it to look around the corners.
Alright.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fancy.
Starting to see more and more webs as you go.
Rational fear.
Rational fears.
Burn it all.
Start the fire.
The fire rises.
The fire rises, Batman.
Batman.
You can't save me, Spider-Man.
Batman.
You can't kill them all, Spider-Man.
Which direction do we want to go? Down or up?
South.
Oh yeah, hug the
Do a
right
big
wall.
Circle. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that the rule of mazes?
Yeah, you hug one wall the entire time.
So when you pass by up that direction, you actually see a web wall like you saw before, right here.
Let's just go around that.
Yeah. I was about to say Flick will point down that way and go, dead end.
Are you referring to the dying or to the probably a dead end?
Does that count as a pun? I feel
No.
like that counts as a
I
pun.
had a better one, but I've decided it wasn't good enough. Call me WebMD because I'll diagnose that wall as a fatal illness.
There you go. That's
Another
second-
one for the cow.
Another one for the counter. Ding.
God.
If only we had started it sooner, it'd be much, much, much higher.
Alright,
Making
so
puns is so much fun.
going downward, you actually see another web wall, and going upward, there's not as much. That's an entire wall blocking the bottom
I mean-
square.
We are trying to keep up the motif of hugging the right wall, but do we also want to deal with spiders?
Hmm.
An important question. I'll roll a d2 to ask.
As a good friend of mine would like to say, and she points to the web wall. Dead end.
Alright, well, that's more than one vote to not go that way, so let's not go that way.
Yeah.
Alright.
I look around this corner with the mirror because I'm suspicious of it.
You actually catch a glint of treasure.
Trap.
Danger! It's gold!
Loot.
Scared.
What the? Is that what happened? Is part of this browser on the second monitor? What the hell? Whatever. Alright, let's go.
Alright.
I mean, I'm a bit hesitant to... Wait, okay, what do you mean by glint of treasure? What is in this room?
Basically, you see a lockbox, but with actual coins around it, gold, and some weaponry sticking out of it.
Yeah, I'm immediately suspicious of this.
You feel Flick's hand on your back, like gently pushing you forward.
If you want to go first, laddie, be my guest, but it's probably trapped, so could you give me a minute?
Would you like to make any checks?
Well, I mean, first, since you've established that I seem to be able to feel magical stuff, I'm gonna sit and concentrate for a second, see if I feel any residual magical energy coming from the room.
That area, there's no magic other than the weapons itself.
Alright. I'm gonna poke it, the gold pile with my staff. Does it have any reaction?
The gold pile's further in that room. It's,
Oh.
it's up against the wall over here.
Oh. So all of this is not gold, it's just round.
Yeah, that's ground. Up against the wall is all the gold and lockbox and
Alright.
stuff.
Well, I'm gonna slowly progress forward.
Alright, so you don't see anything out of the ordinary, Flick. It's just a cavern with a stash at the end.
Perception to look around the room. With a, wait, do I have +1? Alright, 11, my exact passive perception.
There's no traps.
Alright.
I
Well,
will
completely
go-
relieved to my idea, let's go investigate.
Yeah.
You find a lockbox with 50 platinum.
Hot damn.
It's
Take it.
quite clearly from the toy shop because it even has the symbol engraved of the same exact maker of what was on the sign out front. Even though
Let's just empty that into a bag and pretend we never found this box.
there is a nice little short sword. I'm trying to remember. What is it called?
I'll record that plot because I don't know. Wait, who's been recording all the money?
Well, Flick's the one who's been
Carrying it all.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll record it anyway, but yeah, he probably should.
You find a nice emerald and gold necklace. There's also a wizard's staff there. Let's see.
Can I, do I have any powers of identification, or do we just have to play Russian roulette with it?
You can identify it. I need to.
With Arcana, I believe?
Yes. I just
let's-
need to find where I wrote it down. Unfortunately.
Alright, gather around, we're having an identification party. Oh, we poke at it with sticks and try to find out what it is.
Poking a stick with a stick. Where did I leave that? I love it how I make the file and everything, and I cannot find it.
You can't wake up?
Wait.
Wake me up. Can't wake up. Wake me up and save me.
God. I'm here with you again.
I'm gonna go get some water while you look.
Alright.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink and use the bathroom.
Good 5 minute while I go and look for the damn file that I saved all this in.
And before the staff is a venomous snake.
It wraps around your neck and strangles you to death. The end.
You lose.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you've won. You're the 20 millionth visitor to the site. I remember the times before I had ad block.
There it is. It is a defensive staff.
Do you still use the enhancement? Like if it's say a +1 on like a yeah, never mind. That would make sense. Yeah, you'd still use it.
Yeah, defensive staff +1.
Just give one AC instead.
Actually, the properties, because if you roll a critical with this one, it's a 1d8. It's a staff offhand. And gain +1 item bonus to your fortitude, reflex, and will defenses if you have the staff of defense class feature. Damn it. I could change that real quick if you like. Unless you have staff of defense.
Yeah, I'm not a wizard, so I don't have that. So
Let me go change that.
I mean, hell, even on the gigantic list of things you can take as a wizard, that I'm pretty sure that one is the
So,
worst.
staff of fiery might. Use
Oh, that sounds way better.
Alright, I'm back. What I missed?
Staff of Fiery Might. Use this power. Daily free action. Use this power when using a power that has a fire keyword. After rolling damage, you can re-roll the number of the damage dice equal or less to the staff's enhancement bonus.
Wow.
You must keep the new results, and you can't re-roll any more die more than once.
So once per day, I get to re-roll a
Yeah.
damage dice.
So basically, if you roll a 1 with your damage dice, you can just re-roll it for more damage.
Oh, that's definitely not bad.
Oh.
And I'll work over the necklace for whosoever stands against me.
I'm back.
I'll come back.
What did we find?
Fiery staff, where he could basically anything that's a fire type spell that he casts, he can re-roll the damage die once a day.
Wow.
So if he rolls a critical 1 on the damage die, he can just auto re-roll it.
Sweet.
Alright, what's up with the amulet?
Short sword.
Short sword.
The amulet is just a emerald and gold necklace.
Alright.
Completely magicless. And let's see, short sword, where is it?
So do I use the +1 on both of my implements now, or wait? Let me go look that up right now.
If you're casting a spell, it's just +1 implement. If you're making a melee attack, you have a +1 to your melee attack. It doesn't stack.
Because I'm pretty sure there's a feat that does that. I'm just gonna go make sure.
There would have to be like a combo attack.
Give me a second, reading.
Huh.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And the short sword is actually an aftershock weapon. On a critical roll, 1d6 damage, and each enemy adjacent to the target of the critical is knocked prone. So, and that's a +1 aftershock short sword.
I just hit you really hard. So hard the earth shakes.
You want the sword, Magnus? I feel like Rowan would laugh at this dagger to her.
No, it'd be
I mean, it's
good.
not gonna do anything to me.
I need to cut apples occasionally.
There you go.
I feel like Rowan is just like Dark Souls in it with her great sword. She just kind of like pulls it off of her back. She can always swing it, but it just like takes a moment.
She's like, I needed a new cheese cutting knife.
Every time you cut it, it does the shocking effect. This seems horribly inefficient.
Alright. So
I thought we'd just sell it and then split the
Sure.
gold.
and then just emerald, nice emerald necklace with gold chain.
I got it.
So
Let's-
you guys managed to find the secret stash.
Da 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 da.
There's only one route to that.
Oh, sweet.
10% luck, 20% skill.
15% concentrated power of will.
Alright, well, let's... Do we want to go somewhere that doesn't have spiders? Because I'm for that.
Yeah.
That's a long travel then.
That is a very long travel. Shall we take it or shall we?
I mean-
I'm good with no spiders.
Rational fear, let's go.
All right, so that's like way.
Yeah, you can just fast forward all the way up there.
I have arrived.
Excellent.
Man, Gemma.
Fast travel.
And technically this is where we decided to branch off, but up here is also fine.
Okay, so okay.
Choose your route wisely.
Do we want to go all north now?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm down.
Alright, all north then. Let's roll.
I'm down
Northwards!
to head upwards.
So, as soon as you see this room, you can't see anything, but it's abundantly obvious that these are all webs neatly spun to have little funnels, but you can't see what's in the funnels.
What?
But I'm not.
Yep.
Alright, well, I'm not really too sure how comfortable I am with the webs that have funnels in them.
Alright, so you're going to set fire to the entire webbing?
No, I mean, I was considering that, but I mean...
But I said fire.
Does everybody else want me to set them on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Alright,
them
okay
out.
then. Hey, I'm just getting a group consensus before I start lighting things on fire. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna start methodically burning them along our path.
You're a gentlemanly pyromaniac. I appreciate that.
Alright.
I used to burn things with abandon, then I gave everybody a penalty that was in my group to attack rolls for the rest of the dungeon because there was so many burning corpses.
So the webs
So don't do that.
start in this square, right next to Rowan, and it spreads down into the rest of the tunnel there.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna. Where's the skill? Burning spray out each one as we pass it.
Alright. So, the massive funnels, you do see them along the walls here, here, here,
These funnels aren't fun.
here. and
Where are these?
here.
What are these points you're making?
Alright, let me freehand this real quick. Freehand. Boop boop.
Do I need to refresh the page? Because I'm seeing nothing.
Yeah, I tried refreshing the page, but I don't see anything.
Oh wait, hold on. My bad. I had the wrong tool clicked. Alright, so can you see them?
Yeah, there we go.
I had the wrong tool. I'm a fool.
You're a fool for being a tool. Yeah, these funnels aren't very fun.
Gotta increase that pun counter.
Yeah, I know that isn't meant to be a pun. I'm just making light of the fact they're funnels and they're fun.
Oh, good.
Alright, let's burn them.
Fire spray. Alright.
Poosh. Tell me whenever I encounter an obstacle. So I'm just gonna keep going. Poosh.
Burned.
Poosh.
And roll me an attack there.
Oh, you want me to roll attacks for all of them?
Just the one that you did to the south there. Last one.
Oh, okay. I need to modify this to a plus 5. Wait. Why do I always have so much trouble remembering this? It's plus 5. There we go, yeah. Versus reflex.
Reflex. You hit. Roll me damage. 13 damage. And let me bring this up. And you see this pop out.
Ah!
And as you hear this screech, the rest decide to come to play as well.
Morning.
Roll initiative.
Kill it with fire.
That's what I've been doing. See? Easy 12. A nice number that nobody can be disappointed with.
This initiative in.
Are they swarms or are they single spiders?
Big fuckers.
Oh. Oh, never
Like
mind.
the size of you.
Oh.
They're the size of you and they're the size of me.
That's
Never
why I
mind.
said very distinctly you could definitely see funnels.
I don't interpret this as a funnel.
It's a fun tunnel.
It does not appear to
Pun
be fun.
counter needs to go up.
Alright. So, first, spider.
Cards, Kaiba. Guys, contain
He's gonna.
the unstoppable Exodia.
God. He's immediately moving up. And that's not cool.
Just an average day in the Australian outback.
Yeah.
That's,
Right.
oh, God.
Right, there's a giant spider. One of the most dangerous creatures on the planet.
This is
You gotta
verse
poke the
AC.
stick. Ooh!
That's our one.
Damn.
Go home.
He goes to bite and kind of steps on an ember and, like, fucks up and just scrapes by. Next one. He's going to climb along the rooftops here. Let's see. And he's gonna shuffle around, and he's going for Rowan.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
he climbed up on the ceiling and then down the wall to get to you there.
Oh, okay.
And this will be for
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Nope.
Doesn't hit very well though.
My word. Flick Nevins. Spiders!
Can I get to the square?
Yep. There's an open space.
I'll just move up and piercing shard that spider.
Definitely. Oh my fucking god, man.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see a fucking spider just crack in two from ice? That's exactly what you just did. You froze a spider and its entire chitin just cracked right down the middle with your sword. And it
Nice.
slipped out. And you just see frozen chunks of guts. Doesn't even fall apart. Frozen completely fucking solid.
Well
Sweet.
then.
Dude. Or, are you done, Flick? Sorry.
Yep, I'm totally done.
Dude.
Alright. Now,
These guys
The
keep
official
throwing you
def-
to the spiders.
the officially designated evacuation area.
Alright.
Let's start with the fire breath. The 6. As usual, from left to right, top to down.
Mm-hmm. First one.
Second one,
Definitely hit.
both versus reflex.
Definitely hitting.
Damage for the first,
Oh.
damage for the second.
You're supposed to use the same roll.
Oh, so
One
it's-
one damage.
I keep forgetting that you roll different for each attack, and then you roll damage for one. So, unfortunately, same team, man, same team. Fuck it, yeah.
Alright, then I'm gonna use Burning Spray on both of them too. First one to hit, second one to hit, alright, so I guess, neither of them wanna die.
Nope.
I'm gonna action point and do it again, because why not?
Do it again. Oh,
Oh, much better.
he's doing it again. Alright, so one hit.
8, 9, 13 damage.
13 damage to the first one. He's bloodied.
Spider to meet ya.
Oh, pun counter. Ding.
No. I'm way too tired for that to be a pun, don't do that.
It was an attempt.
Alright, so he gets burned pretty badly. Even though he got burnt badly, he's actually going to climb up on the ceiling, skitter around, and hanging down, take a swing at Flick.
Okay.
This would be a venomous bite versus AC.
Okay, I will have him re-roll.
Okay.
Alrighty, hits.
So 8 plus 5 and oh my god, 13,
Oh.
13 damage, and you are now poisoned and slowed on and it's 5 ongoing, and its save ends on both.
Okay.
Rowan,
John Cena defends.
you have a frozen chunk of spider, and other 2 are attacking Flick.
Yeah, I just got bloodied from one attack.
It's
I'm full health.
Do you think you can last one, or do you want me to heal you?
Yeah, I'm fine. You don't have to heal me.
Alright. Gonna move over,
All right.
and then I'm going to Divine Pursuit this spider. Yes, spit in his general direction first, of course. Sorry. And then I'm gonna Divine Pursuit.
Oh,
14?
that's
To
actually
reflex?
going to meet.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome.
You
All
made
right.
the magic number.
The damage is mediocre, but I push him 2 squares to the. There, I'll just do it this way, and then I move up. Move forward. There you go. And then my turn.
Magnus,
I can do things.
destroy them.
Move forward,
And
minor aura, and then try and staggering note the one on the ceiling.
okay. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. So, Thunder, and since you,
To be honest.
Card game.
oh, that's right.
Unless you want the Dragonborn to punch it, I'm gonna assume you let me attack it, right?
I want it dead, not minorly annoyed.
So as soon as you hear the thundering note just crash into the spider, as it's about to get flung from the wall, you see Flick just slice its head off with a nice swift blade from the ice, and the rest of the body freezes over instantly, doesn't even let its organs spill out, and it kind of just thuds against the back of Rowan and falls dead.
Nice.
And now the next spider. Looking a little skittish, even seeing one little gnome, or not gnome, halfling. I keep mistaking that. One little halfling just froze and kill both of his friends.
Spider Bros.
Yeah. So
Spider Bros before hoes.
it's gonna go for venomous bite. And so gets Rowan versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. And you are poisoned for 5 ongoing damage and slowed. Save ends.
Whoa. I am bloodied.
His name's John Cena.
Da, 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 da.
Where is the snail? I cannot find the snail.
It's in the top or second row.
Nail the snail.
There you go.
Well,
Flick.
okay.
5 damage, unfortunately, and you're slow.
Get a wrist.
Okay.
Look at that
minus
flick it
5. So I'll just move 2 to here and shoot it with a bolt.
Alright.
And roll a 1. And so I'll do my save. Ah, come on. Alright, that's my turn.
It's because he had such epicosity freezing the other one.
Yeah.
Tyrion.
Alright, yeah, he can just, I'll just acid ball him.
Acid. Versus reflex. Hitting.
Yeah.
17 damage. And it flops down dead with acid melting into its kite. Flick. Rowan. Roll me some save ends.
Alright. So the first thing I'm gonna do
Flick
is
saves.
spend healing. Okay.
Alright.
Whew.
Very nice.
Look at that. And then I'm gonna spend another one.
Puppy dog!
Penny, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm actually running low on healing surges now.
Is that poison, man?
I only have 5 left.
Oof. Oof.
I have 5 left.
I have, I think, 3 left, because I'm spent like a sardine can. Let's go.
Pick a direction. Any
Top.
direction.
North.
We decided on north, so let's go north.
Alright.
You want me to keep burning things? There's things to burn.
Yeah. You and Rowan should be in front.
So,
I think.
you see some webs, the funnels are gone. It's just slowly fading. It seems like that was a nest that you were just in.
You know, we have to find the big spider, though. The dog probably
Yeah.
sees like a cat in the backyard.
We have to find the big spider. The
LF Big Spider PST with offer.
post-traumatic.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
So as soon as you walk into this entryway and you see
Go ahead.
What?
Catch up.
Magnus,
Am I
Rowan.
walking with a party? There we go.
So Rowan, you're peering around the corner with the
Oh
mirror.
yeah.
And
I just don't want to see any enemies without Rowan in front of us.
So peering in, you first thing you do notice is these weird floating tentacles and
Oh shit.
this that disgusting floating blob, and it's actually a floating mass of slime and teeth. And when you peer in, you also see that.
Oh my.
Morning. Oh.
It doesn't seem like anything's noticed you. It's just they seem all very focused on the orb in the middle, and underneath the orb, there's a hole. There's a barrier over the hole coming from the orb, and it seems to be pulling energy up from down below. And it just keeps massing and swirling, and the only way that you can think of describing how this orb looks is it's like actually seeing the galaxy move in front of you in arcane energy.
Oh.
Damn.
So what exactly is the plan for this?
We
I'm
kill
gonna
them,
use-
Dad.
Yeah. I use my daily on these freaks.
Oh my goodness.
We popping cooldowns.
So do I? You just want me to run into that?
Yeah, all of you could definitely feel the huge amounts of magical energy emanating from this thing as it's pulling more and more up from the ground.
I mean, do we even know what that thing can do?
I know that the orb is probably where they're getting all the magical energy, but I don't know where those ugly things came from.
Would you like to roll a check?
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, roll me Dungeoneering. Anyone
Nope.
would like to be able to know.
Alright, I got a +1 to this. Yeah, alright.
Alright.
It's evil.
You're not entirely sure. You think you've heard of this creature before. All you can really discern is that you know that the faces are oozes, and you're not entirely sure what the other one is.
Faces or oozes, got it.
So, everyone else rolled for that as well? Or no, that was for...
I mean, what?
It's
Can I?
Yeah, Dungeoneering. Everyone could
Okay.
roll. Because you're all looking at this thing. They're obviously very blatantly ignoring you. Alright.
Sure. Us with our flat d20s.
Alright.
Woo! I know something.
Flick, you definitely know that type of ooze is magical in essence and definitely loves feeding off of large arcane areas, and that it's called the Teacher. It's known to kind of not exactly shift people around, but either push them away sometimes just to keep its distance. And the other one is a Fell Taint Lasher. It only appears when there's a disturbance of immense elemental magic.
Which one is which? Sorry.
The Taint Lasher is the green one, all tentacles flowing,
Okay.
and the ooze that's simply known as the Teacher is feasting on the blob of
There's
face.
2 teachers. Is one of them like a student teacher?
He's the assistant teacher.
Alright.
They're
Well, that-
still completely oblivious, just
Shall I lead the charge?
Burn them.
Oh man. Alright. I'm gonna move forward and then charge.
Alright. Burn! Surprise.
Alright. Here we go.
Surprise round!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh my god. So that's
It's 14 radiant damage.
14 radiant damage.
Your dex is probably higher than mine, like, so.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrion?
Yeah, I got it.
Let's see. So since Flick's up in front, you're next in line.
Okay. I will just cast an Eldritch Bolt at the one she just pounded.
Okay.
I roll the 1.
Oh.
I like to imagine maybe it gets absorbed by the orb or something cool like that.
I was about to say that. Like, as soon as you shoot it, it fails. It kind of catches orbit, since it was at an angle a bit. It swerves around like the orb just demanded that it get pulled in, and you see it slowly sink in and then just dissipate and absorbs all the entirety of the energy.
Cool.
All right, Tyrion, surprise.
Surprise. Pico surprise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me check the range to make sure I'm getting this right.
And keep in mind, you just saw Flick's Eldritch Bolt get absorbed by the orb.
Alright, so I'd have to move to be able to hit them, so I guess I'll just use surprise round to move in.
Alright.
It's like a nice position right here. This is pretty good for me.
Magnus, magic!
I literally just used my surprise round turn to activate my aura. That's it.
Thank you.
Woo!
Alright. Surprise is done. Tyrion, you're up. You're actually
after-
top of the initial order.
Oh wow, that's interesting for 14 initiative. I would expect you to get a few natural 20s in there.
Huh. We can't always be dice gods.
Alright, well,
Especially
I
not
guess
tonight.
I'm gonna give the teacher in front of me an acid orb to chew on. Plus 5.
So what's your max damage?
19.
Alright. You fucking bloodied him. And he's looking really bad. You see a chunk of him fly off and go into the orb. You're actually using a magic weapon, so what's the roll a what we're using? Well, I would imagine you're using the staff, right?
Yeah.
All right, so roll me the d6 for that.
Oh, the staff gets extra damage?
Yeah, if you roll a critical with a magic weapon, it's... all right, so you give it an extra 4. So it looks like he's on his last legs, barely floating there. Is that all with the epicosity?
Yeah.
Magnus, you hear this horrible echoing through the chamber.
I can't
Alright.
believe you stole my waffles. Will pay to the full extent of the law. 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 I am the law. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And, Alright. Okay, I'll just chuck a staggering note at the one in front of Rowan.
Okay.
Oh look, I still can't roll well.
You hit.
He's not getting a chance to teach anyone.
As soon as the thunder damage strikes, you see it kind of splat and it sprays out. But it kind of floats there for a sec, and then you see all of it seep into the orb and just disintegrate in pure energy again.
Goodbye, weird, creepy thing.
Well, I guess he, and then she puts on sunglasses, couldn't hold himself together.
Yeah!
Oh god.
I'm gonna increase the pun counter. It's an assist.
Alright. First, Fell Taint Lasher. So, it's going to fly over to Magnus. And this one will
One of
be...
those little weird, creepy things.
It's always the tentacles, isn't it?
It's
Away
always the
from
way.
me.
So, this is Tendril Stasis versus your will.
Will miss.
Ooh.
Vetoed.
So, you just feel this psychic blast as it moves close to you, and it just doesn't really penetrate your mind fully, and it'll just float there in front of you. Rowan, they're flying towards Magnus. Tentacles.
Fuck tentacles.
Horrible tentacles. They fly now.
I'm gonna go over to the teacher, spit in front of its eyes, and then I'm going to divine. No, I'm the piercing smite it.
Alright.
So
16.
16 versus reflex.
Reflex. Meets.
Awesome.
So, nice.
So that's 21 damage.
21 damage. He is bloodied. Good fucking hits.
Thank you.
Would you like to spit?
I already did. That's
Oh, that's right.
uh,
My bad. Anything else?
that'll be all.
Okay. Flick. They're dropping.
Forget it. Wrist.
Alright.
They're dropping and then floating and then being absorbed again.
So I'm gonna move here, and I'm going to piercing shard the vine things that are attacking Magnus.
The flying taint.
Yeah, extremely creepy. Oh, another one.
So you go to slice and it kind of like parts the tentacles, so it just goes right through nothing but air.
Okay, so I'll action points and do a icy skewer, and I have combat advantage because I'm invisible to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So 21 versus AC.
That is definitely going to hit.
Okay.
Alright. At all?
Alright, that's it.
And now to the other taint flying thing. The horrible things that these things do. This one is going to fly/hover over to Tyrion.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
And it's going to do a tendril caress.
I don't know.
This will be versus reflex.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that hits.
Alright.
Freaking. Can't even hit me with the will attack. You gotta go for my reflex. You gotta caress me.
Caress me.
You're wearing leather, I've noticed.
I like that.
9 psychic damage. It assaults your masculinity.
No, I don't want to wear the dress, father.
Alright, so we're moving on to teacher. Let's see. Alright, so it's gonna shift here. And it's going for Storm of Possibilities.
What?
This is versus both the will. This one's first against Flick for your will. This one will be against Rowan versus Will.
Oh,
Reroll
yeah.
it.
So, re-rolling for Flick because he can force that.
I swear it's always a
Dang.
differential of 1.
Still hits.
All right. So, 1, 4. And that's 6 damage to both of you, and you're both dazed, and save ends.
What does days do?
It means you only have a standard action, and that's it. You can't you can't move, and you can't do a minor.
Wait, if he... I don't know, does AoE count as attacking another person?
If you're included in the attack, it doesn't.
Okay.
No.
He
Damn
doesn't
it.
get any penalties. Save ends days. That's pretty hardcore.
Oh, yes, the teacher is a brutal creature.
He's a bit squishy though.
Turn.
Hey, teacher. Go
Leave
home.
your kids alone.
Actually, I don't know.
It's just
You do have a creature beside you.
Yeah, I guess I'll just kill that first. So I'm first gonna breathe fire on it, because why not?
Taste my fire.
Natural one.
Oh, no.
Uh,
And then I'm gonna shoot the close burst fire at it, because, you know, Obama.
Why, Obama? Why?
I'll action point and do it again, because I'm a sucker.
It's that tendril caress, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I didn't hit with anything.
So, wait, was that versus reflex? Or what?
Yeah.
Alright, that actually hit.
Everything I do versus reflex right now.
So,
Plus 9.
10. You bloody,
Wow.
You actually bloody him.
You know, I'll use my thing and reroll the D8.
Ah,
The staff daily.
yep.
Alright, there we go, got a 7.
Perfect.
Now it's a 16 instead.
sweet.
Aren't you happy you went the wrong direction?
Yes. Immensely. You lied to me.
You lied to me. Hey,
I'll send you back to the slumber.
so as you blast 2 fire waves, when the first one misses, you see the fire curl up and get sucked straight into the orb, disintegrates again. And then you see chunks of the fell tank tendrils go flying off, splat against it, and then slowly fizzle and absorb into it. It's purified back into raw energy.
I swear to Christ, you orb, stop stealing my fire.
Magnus. Tendrils! Tendrils everywhere!
I'm gonna shift back 1 and use staggering note on the teacher.
Ooh.
Teacher, leave those kids alone.
I can point to it again.
All in all, you're just
10 versus
another
the teacher.
Still shit.
It's gonna fall short.
Alright. I'm slightly annoyed that I'm gonna use my disruptive words for my mana.
So,
Bam.
oh my god.
Whoa, blood red.
Disrupted.
The same aura, but everything in this, all of the enemies in this aura now grant combat advantage.
Ooh. Fucking
Jesus.
pimp as shit.
Oh, well, nice combo.
Yeah,
And I would imagine with that
chancing them.
amazing aura you conclude. Or is it?
Well, it's really the same aura. This is an effect that adjusts it.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
My time is up. My time is now.
So, as you use your instrument and you hear the thunder wave by the teacher, you don't even get a reverb. You hear it thunder by, and then it immediately ceases as the orb absorbed all sound from that. So, going to Taint Lasher. Since Magnus moved away,
He wants to lash my taint.
he's gonna shift upwards, hovering.
You're not okay with that.
Oh, God. And oh my God. And he's going for a tendril caress from behind on Flick.
Caressing my taint.
Alright, so that's combat advantage +2 versus reflex.
Yeah, hit.
D6.
Leave my taint alone.
Teacher!
8.
8 damage.
So you just kind of feel this firm tentacle squeezing your buttocks. And you just feel like this pulse of psychic energy hit your mind, like, hey, I don't swing that way. All right.
Rape.
Rowan, he's being
All right.
fondled.
So just a question: does my heroic effort is that what is that? That's just a free?
It's a free. Yeah.
Okay.
3 plus 4.
Can I do 2 frees?
No,
500.
it's 1 free action per turn, but at the end of your turn, you get a refresh of it.
1 free action attack is the only limit I'm aware of.
Yeah. Or
But if
wait,
you have-
1. Oh, so if it. So then, yeah, you have unlimited free actions and just 1
Unless
free
it's an
action.
attack.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
You only have you have unlimited free actions. If it's an attack, though, free action, then it's 1 free action attack.
Okay.
So
All right.
you can use free actions all day.
Okay, so then I'm gonna stare at the guy, and then I'm gonna heroic effort, and then I'm going to channel divinity, and
You could tack on heroic effort on after if it doesn't succeed to try and
Yeah.
push it over.
oh, I wasn't aware of that. Cool. And let's see, is that it's a standard to do? Okay, cool. She's gonna be like, the stank of evil roils around you, vermin. Blood of the mighty. 27. Does it hit? That's outside. That's outside of the combat advantage.
Yes, definitely.
And so that 5, because I used my channel divinity, that 5 is actually 10. So that's 29 damage.
You fucking annihilate this thing. So bring your fucking full blade down. Not only do you split in half, you hit it so hard it actually slams against the ground, splatters everywhere. A little gets on Flick's shoes and some on your boots, and then it's immediately peeled off and sucked into the orb.
I imagine Rowan bringing her giant sword down so fast it was like a sonic boom, just like and just splitting through the creature, impacting the ground, and rocks and shit go flying everywhere. That was awesome.
Thank you.
So, that was your only action.
Hey, yeah, I guess I'll save now.
Yeah. What a fucking action that was. Holy
13?
shit. Yep, saved.
Is this a fear effect?
For the dazed effect,
Yeah.
let me give it a once over real quick again. It should just be a dazed.
Should have tried some WWE Super Slam.
No, it's not a fear. It's just a psychic daze.
Okay, psychic. Okay.
So Rowan's gonna look up and go, I guess he, and puts on sunglasses, got cut down to size.
Oh, fuck. Flick, you're dazed. Things are caressing you that shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's not cool. I'm gonna do my treacherous advantage. So I'll push Rowan 2 squares just to the south, and then I will shift half my speed.
Dazed, only 1 action.
This is 1 action.
Oh, damn.
It's all the same attack.
What a fucking...
So
Wait, did you move me down here or over here?
down is yeah.
It has to be downward.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, I'll shift up here
Oh my god.
and do my attack. Aw, 14 versus AC.
14
Oh, that
damage.
max damage though.
Falling just short.
Okay. That is gonna be it, I think. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Alright. Save ends.
Oh yeah.
Still dazed. Alright. The taint is up. You dirty motherfucker.
It occurs to me that I actually rolled pretty low on those on those.
This one is going for Flick since he just took a swing at him.
Damn it.
Racist.
And this one's going to be Tendril Stasis versus Will.
That doesn't sound
Nope.
good. Oh,
Completely
well then.
fucks up. It tries to focus for oh my god, bless you. It tries to focus for a moment, and then you actually see it kind of like shudder, and the orb kind of drains away the magic from it before it can even cast the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Tear.
Alright, you want to taste the lightning, kid?
eat lightning, motherfucker!
+5. Alright, lightning breath. Go! In front of me in the area, so I have to hit both of them.
Yep, so that's 1 success on the first one. 2 success.
Uh-oh.
Roll damage.
This is gonna get dangerous.
Will it be tasty?
Alright, let's add
Nice!
So you literally see these things get struck by your lightning and evaporate. And all the little dust particles just get swirl into a little cloud and just drift towards the orb and vanish.
Easy.
Good
I
fucking
guess
job.
Tehran was their outlet.
Combat is over.
Alright, so is there anything else in the room other than the orb?
Nope. Just the orb and the shield underneath it. It seems to be pulling energy from the ground itself. You can't see anything past the shield, but from what it looks like a tunnel that goes down.
So does the book say anything about how to turn it off?
Yes, but without discharging the energy properly, it'll probably detonate the orb itself. But it does show a way to delay the detonation.
Which is?
Basically, you would have to make an Arcana check to beat the orb's form of will, because it won't, just won't let itself be turned off. It has to be told to forcefully.
I'm gonna walk forward and then, like, poke the shield.
So you poke the shield, you actually kind of hear the tip of your finger sizzle, like, and you actually notice that the tip of your gauntlet is almost red hot now.
Oh!
Alright, so who wants to try to stop its detonation? I mean, do we have... Is it like, if we fail, it immediately explodes, or we're just trying to make it shut off?
If it fails, from what you could tell, it just continues to generate our energy for the...
Alright then, let's give this a shot.
Who has the best Arcana?
I mean,
Me.
try your hand in it then.
Magnus
This isn't a good idea.
Magnus's time has come.
Maybe out of combat I'll be useful.
Alright, now keep in mind, once you've succeeded, we need to run like hell.
Alright. Shutting down this thing.
Oh!
Fucking
Nice.
damn.
He's just like, shut down!
You're like, I know exactly the way you want to be touched.
So, immediately after Magnus gives it the order to shut down, you see the entire orb itself shrink. And then the shield stops underneath and the arcane pull stops. And you hear a rumbling coming up from the tunnel. It sounds very familiar.
Run!
Like, familiar?
Familiar. You recognize this kind of skittering. It reminds you of the barrels.
Run,
Run past the pun counter, leave
So-
it behind.
So, as
There's no time.
as you start running out, Magnus and Rowan, you were the last ones to see hands and other undead abominations crawling out of the funnel underneath of it.
Did we just do something bad? Did we just free all of those Oh no.
I dog shit.
It's going to explode, though,
Yeah.
according to the book, so
Yeah, you
probably not.
You could actually hear rumbling through the entirety of the tunnel.
Dun, 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 dun,
I get bonus move speed as a dog seers.
dun, dun, dun.
Soon as
Actually, I'm lagging behind you all because I have less movement speed.
so as soon as you get to the stairs, I'll switch over.
Alright, everyone just group up on the stairs.
Flick, run. So you run out into the basement. You see the old Warforged kind of cock back its axe, and then you hear the most thunderous explosion underneath in the tunnels, and you could just feel this enormous pulse of arcane energy shoot through the entire house, and you hear what sounds like small screams happen, like 1,000 souls just got released, and all sorts of glass shattering and stone breaking, and immediately as the rumbles from underneath the shop stop, it immediately freezes in place and shuts down with its axe cocked back, ready to swing at you, and now frozen and lifeless.
Before it shuts down, could I say something to him?
Yep, it's slowly powering down at this point. It just can't move.
So I would like, as we kind of like awkwardly come out and the giant explosion happens, Flick would point to the tunnel behind him while facing the golem and go, "Dead end."
And that's the last thing as it sees as it powers down. You even
He's just like, what a terrible joke.
What a terrible waste of carbon life form.
and you God. And you even see the orb across the room even like crack and shatter, and it falls off the pedestal of the statue and no longer gives off a healing order.
You see Flick start skipping and saying, "Loot."
And on the door here to the basement, you notice on both sides there's an arcane keyhole. You can actually tell. So who still has the key? Ron?
I guess
Rowan.
I have the key.
Yeah.
So the tunnel is still open behind you though.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
Even though it exploded, the entrance to the tunnel didn't close behind you.
Ah, fuck. Alright.
Why don't we just lock the door and tell nobody else to ever go in here?
I'm gonna... How big is the hole?
Probably about 10 feet high and about 20 feet wide.
I'm gonna... If the machine is kind of like lifeless,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push it so that it is like occupying the space of the hole. Like right here.
All right, roll me a strength check. Actually, athletics. Because you're fucking trying to move a really, really fucking big Warforged here.
Do you want some help, laddie?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. All
Can I
right.
stagger note the corpse?
I'll allow it if you can.
I'll get it moving along.
I'll allow it if you
I loosened it
roll
for you.
above a 10 on that staggering note.
I have
Alright.
21.
That's
Damn
a
it.
challenge. That's you hit his Achilles heel with that stipulation.
So
If
you
you roll above a 10.
you hear the thunder hit it, and it just doesn't even budge. It's still sitting there. And damn, fucking Tyrion rolls up. He's like, "Get the fuck back! Do you even
I make
lift?"
like Popeye and push up my sleeves.
And you just see him start pushing this thing forward, and it doesn't fully cover the hole, but now there's only 2 5-foot gaps on each side.
Alright. And then I'm gonna like start grabbing these boxes. No, it's not gonna do much, but start moving the boxes over.
I mean, we have an arcane lock over here, then we can just
listen,
pile stuff.
it's not bad to be double safe. So yeah, I'm gonna fill the holes with the
boxes. Then.
yeah with the boxes.
Can I use Arcana on this door to make sure the lock will actually lock the door?
Yes. And who has the key?
I have the key.
Alright. So it's close enough where you could tell that if you put the key in there, that door is light as a feather.
Okay, so I put the key in there and then I close the door.
Alright. Gonna lock it?
Yes.
Alright. Fully locked, the door returns to its leaden state, completely immobile, and seals tightly shut. Nothing will get through.
Okay.
And now let's make sure nobody else ever finds that key again.
And you notice here on this table that the obelisk is completely broken in pieces.
And you see over here the lower half of Flint's body as he's halfway into one of these barrels, digging around in there.
You find a couple of tools, wood, carvers, a few alchemy items, and then in the last barrel you find 100 residium.
Oh, sweet.
Residium.
It's basically like the arcane magical ore to enchant stuff.
Oh, okay.
It could be traded as money as well. Just stuffing residium in his pockets, no one notices.
Also, I'm totaling it.
Alright. So I imagine you guys move upstairs now?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go. Fuck this place.
Alright. Moving back up.
Where are we? We seem to be in a place devoid of graphics.
Let's scroll up. Alright. And then basically you come up, you see the other obelisk there. Completely broken as well, shattered and cracked. There's a huge hunk of it on the floor, but it's still standing.
I'm gonna grab a smaller shard of it just to look at.
Keep as a souvenir.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roland would do that too.
And as soon as you come to the outside of that shop, you see what looks like it was going to be a massive surprise attack from Toys. When you came back up, they're all standing there, completely lifeless and broken. It looks, and it's even worse with like the war zone behind of the previous Toys broken. And you notice like some strange kind of blue alchemical fluid seeping out some of them. Would you like to roll Arcana check on that?
Do it.
And also in the rooftops you actually notice some stuffed animals hanging down, the ones that originally choked Magnus, because they're tangled up in ropes. Alright, so you can discern that this fluid is basic, it was used in necromancy, and that all these vials were filled in all the automatons and dolls. And you immediately realize upon that, since this fluid is used in necromancy to animate, that all the toys and dolls were pieces of people's souls put into it to animate them.
Flint will kick one of the soldiers over.
It falls over, clunks, the shield skitters a little.
Rowan says a little prayer and pours a little bit of the ale that she found.
The golden ale.
Yeah.
So you taking a big tanker to that back since you got the
Yes.
golden So you definitely fill up on that. So when you bless the downstairs,
Could I just roll that? Could I just roll one of the kegs like through the?
That's going to be a lot of strength checks. Those are pretty big barrels of ale.
Once
Just
we go
one-
get paid, we can hire somebody to come bring it out.
But as soon as you bless the area, you feel like this huge amount of tension just leave the house, and you actually hear wisps of souls disappearing into the afterlife.
May you find peace. All right.
Was there an
Let's get out of
upstairs to this area?
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying,
Check-
who wants to check upstairs?
I mean, since everything's deactivated, we should.
Okay. Why not?
All right.
Flick would just be pointing up and rambling about loot.
All right. So we're gonna move you to the upstairs. Let me just reveal this whole place real quick. some of you have merged with the stonework.
That's exactly what the Undertaker told John
Listen.
Cena.
So as soon as you get up there, you can see across the way there's coffins there, some rubbish. You see there's alchemy works over there, obviously, where we're combining the flesh of everything.
Coffins.
Yep.
Damn. This
And
is a
over
nice
here,
toy shop.
you hear kind of a weeping, and you see what looks like a person, but completely cracked, and just spilling out with some strange blue arcane fluid. You assume it's the same alchemical makeup. And from what you can kind of tell at this distance, it doesn't look like her skin's just skin. But she's crying and like looks like she's trying to reach out in this direction. So she's sitting on the edge of the bed. It looks like she's trying to stand up, but she can't.
Someone's gonna. Oh my gosh.
Can't stand up. That's as intended.
She's called,
Previous
but she
owner.
can't get up.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go help.
Yeah, Rowan's gonna go out and gonna talk to her. Just,
I'm just gonna intensify.
do you need something?
As you get close enough, that you see that her face is actually porcelain, and it's
Figures.
not solid porcelain. It's actually a living porcelain, but very definitively glass, but like skin, so it molds just fine. And she's actually trying to mouth as she's pointing down south, and Flick. Oh God. She just keeps pointing down in this direction, and you could kind of see another slumped over automaton, but it's full human sized and it's a lot more well dressed. But
Rowan's going to
completely lifeless at this point. But
step forward. Oh, sorry. Continue.
even though she's kind of panicked, she starts crying, and you can actually see like blue arcane energy just seeping from her eyes. But as it seeps out, it doesn't stay liquid. It actually starts to vaporize and fade away, and you realize that it's not alchemy at all. It's actually such highly condensed arcane energy that she's actually just bleeding out from it and dying slowly.
Rowan's going to pick her up as gently as possible in the kind of cradle. You know what I mean? Was it? Is it? There's a word for the carrying position.
I know what you mean, like scoop
Yeah.
under legs.
Yeah.
and
So
all.
let's scoop her up very carefully and then take her over to the other automaton.
So you bring her over. She she kind of runs her hand over the back of it, and you notice there's a note written out in like desperation, like if somebody were dying, and you see that there's a line directly connected from the obelisk over here to the other automaton, and it just desperately wrote out, "I love you," and the "you" is kind of splurged and blobbed off as the hand fell to the side, and she just starts weeping uncontrollably, and she just kind of reaches out and flicks a lever on the back, and it opens up, and it's odd, it's a brain in a jar, and it's now cracked and bled out. There's no liquid left. It's just the container holding the brain. She carefully picks it up, crying even harder, and she just can't stop crying at this point, and softly points towards the bed and just hugs towards your chest a little bit more.
Okay, I'll take her to the bed then.
Alright. So, as soon as you sit her down on the bed, she just curls up on a ball because this is all the energy she has left to do, crying. And even though she's extremely upset, she has a smile on her face while she's holding this jar extremely close. And you actually see the last bit of energy leave her entire body, and she is just a long weeping sigh of relief and torment.
As soon as like that happens and like it's all quiet, you'd kind of hear a click, and Flick would yell out, "I got the lock!"
Oh, my goodness.
So you open that up. You find a journal. It says Melanie Litz on the inside of the cover. From what you could tell, it seems to be the porcelain dolls. And the rest of it just seems like regal clothes, more noble. The only thing you could really find is a diamond wedding ring that says Melanie and Bartholomew Litz.
Oh yeah.
I'll take the journal if he doesn't want to read it, because I'm interested.
Yeah, I'll give you the journal.
I'm gonna point out to Flick that there were 2 more chests down in the circular area.
Alright, so...
Rowan's gonna. Oh, sorry, continue.
No, I was just going to say, if you're going to read the journal, Tyrion.
Yeah, sure.
So as you flip through and you read some of the major points, you realize that she admits that she had leprosy and that she was slowly dying. She couldn't stand the fact that she was going to die before her husband. Also the fact that they didn't even get a chance to grow old before she had contracted leprosy. And that day by day she was slowly rotting away, but her husband never left. She wasn't sure who he was dealing with, but he came home with a strange book, and she wasn't sure what it was, but a few months later, her husband had made her a porcelain face to wear over hers so she could go out in public again that could actually move, and she was treated like a normal person briefly until people started questioning of how the magic would actually work as she slowly decayed, and that her husband had planned on becoming an automaton himself as she was dying, because she was slowly being absorbed into the magic of the porcelain itself to live forever. And so long as they had the house to keep fueling the energy for these automatons, that they could be happy and live forever this way.
So we just killed both of them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So, down
Foul
here.
blood magic. You can't blame yourself for ending it. But
I mean,
can't
I don't
blame
know.
her.
She was already suffering. Her husband already passed on.
Yeah. Rowan's gonna carry her over to one of the. Wait, so the coffin's over here.
That's obviously works. From what you could tell, the automatons she referenced, the brain is actually the brain of her husband.
Okay, what's inside of the coffins?
Adventurers.
Adventures.
Their deaths aren't important. Throw them out.
No.
They're not a tragic sob story.
I mean, no, they deserve a good place.
I love how in the middle of that, Flick's first thing, that's a kinky sex doll.
I wasn't actually saying
I know
was
that.
out of
It's just like, I
character,
could just picture it in my head though. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
but the master of this place had exquisite taste. And she couldn't move. That's a plus.
I'm going to Rowan's gonna wrap her up in a bundle,
Mm.
and she's porcelain, right?
Yeah, her outer shell is entirely porcelain. Like, whatever remained of her body's inside of it.
Yeah. She's gonna shatter it.
Alright.
She's gonna take her full blade and then just shatter the body.
So, as soon as you shatter the entirety of the porcelain, you hear the last wisp of her soul finally leave, and beautiful brilliance of arcane energy bursts forth, releasing the last of the magic that was powering it. And you actually see the somewhat horrific remains of her body that suffered and been ravaged by leprosy.
That you just hugged.
Hey, he hugged a porcelain shell covered in magical goo. He didn't hug a leprosy corpse.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you just see, like, she had to have been inside that porcelain doll for just generations at this point. because it's just well beyond decayed.
He's going to pour
Creepy.
some alcohol and say, um, "May your maker give you peace," and then take a big swig of that of what's left. Let's get out of here. This place is just.
Alright, so before you get out of there, Flick popped open the chests. He finds a couple more stacks of residium in there, about 400 worth.
Oh.
Obviously, this was his entire workshop. You see half-completed automatons, weapons on the racks actually being sharpened and made. And, sorry. I'm afraid.
No, I'm gonna split it. I got the total. Sweet.
Yeah, we're up here having emotional story-driven moments. You're down there acquiring currency.
Both are important.
As soon as you pop open the other part, you see its previous automaton parts that were put on the other. Well, even though it's very well carved, it's wood and painted very well, and the hands are metal, so while carving or shaping wood, it didn't lose any extra parts without having to be repaired. And you actually find his research notes and a strange book, which I would imagine you guys told him there was possibly a book around here that that the husband had received.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So,
I would have read it out loud.
all the more reason. So you definitely know this is Bartholomew List's journal and the book that he had received from a stranger. But you could definitely tell that this is a very dark magic.
Of course it is. No one lives forever.
And strangely enough, on Bartholomew's automaton, the right arm, as odd as it is magic.
I take the book.
Alright, so are you taking both books?
I'll read
Sure.
the journal if you don't want to read it. Like, Christ.
Alright.
I'll also read the Dark Magic book if you don't want to read it, because I'm also curious about that.
So,
My dark magic book.
alright, so.
It calls to me.
Oh, God.
Oh God,
Necronomicon.
what has happened?
Alright, so. You read over Bartholomew's book. He was obviously very distraught that his wife had contracted leprosy. His previous wives, because he actually had been married 2 times before, one was killed by a burglar, and another was killed accidentally by a coach that wasn't paying attention, and she had gotten run over and bled out internally from her ribs being crushed.
What
Jesus
god
Christ.
did this guy piss off to lose so many wives?
The god called Josh.
So, obviously distraught and furious at this point that he refused to lose another wife to such a cruel fate, he had seeked out a way to somehow preserve her or save her life, or even cure her, especially since the leprosy was so far gone that even the clerics couldn't help recover her body, and even if he paid, it would take years, and she didn't have that amount of time. It was spreading so rapidly. So, from what you could tell, he went down to the market, and he ended up finding some more of the shady dealings in the black market, which unfortunately doesn't list where the black market is. It just says that he knows it's there in the lower markets, and he had gotten this book from there, and that he had been adding his own notes and research to the book as well, and improving some of the formulas and animation liquids, and even how to possibly make a permanent automaton without the use of arcane energy to constantly feed it. And he even has the entire schematic of how he made the healing orb downstairs.
Oh, dang.
down to every detail and the amount of power that would be needed to generate such a thing in other areas. But it would require an immense amount of magical energy.
Still useful to have.
And the most that you can discern, Magnus, from the Dark Tome is that it has everything necromancy all the way down to practice experiments, so that if you actually are starting out, that this book is so intuitive, it actually has kind of like a beginner section, so you can learn how to control some of your animations and automatons. Oh god.
I was thinking.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, I don't know if we should have such a book anywhere near us.
So, but yes, this book just emanates evil itself. It just holding it makes you filled with sorrow and regret. But even though it actually has subtle ways and hints at how to maintain a form of eternal life, even though it costs you your body.
Rowan's gonna ask for the book.
I'm gonna have to agree. I don't like necromancy.
Not giving it up.
Magnus,
not?
give me the
I
book.
don't have the book to do necromancy.
Give me the book.
Not giving you the book.
Alright, roll a bluff.
Why do I have to roll off?
Because you're trying to lie to Rowan that you don't have the evil book.
I said I'm not giving it to him.
Oh, well, alright then. And, oh, flick.
You don't need a book of necromancy, come on.
And, did you want
Rowan's gonna step forward. Give me the book.
What do you intend with the book?
I'm gonna burn it.
Right now?
No, I'm gonna burn it.
even with the healing altar?
It's necromantic. Evil. Give me the book.
Flick will say, "Fortune."
Built on the sorrows of others. Give me the book.
Ah.
I'll reluctantly hand it over.
No.
If you intend to destroy it, do it right now.
And Rowan's hand, holds the book out to Tyron. Burn it.
I'm gonna pick it up, hold it in my hand, and light it on fire on the top with my breath, and just hold it as it burns.
Alright. All the schematics and research are lost.
Alright.
The only thing surviving is the designs for his automaton, but nothing of the recipes to actually fuel it or how to make the vessel that he stuck his brain in.
Let's get out of this place.
The only thing left that piqued Flick's interest, I would imagine, still there, is the arm on the automaton.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
Would you like to check it out magically?
Yeah.
So, you easily twist and pop it off. Obviously, the automaton was meant to be easily interchangeable, especially with doing so many different toy works and carvings and paintings. He needed different arms and body parts to be able to do all his fine work. This one, he had to somehow maintain a cold level for some flesh and alchemy experiments while he was doing them. And this is inside is actually hollow. It's a sheath. You could basically use it as, and it gives the effects of the Wand of Frost. +1.
Awesome.
I'll pull up the Wand of Frost. Let me see.
Wait, so are you putting it on a robot arm, or are you using a robot arm?
Basically, he's using a robot's arm as a sheath for his hilt. So it'd be like a magic
So
rod.
does he have like the arm attached to his belt, and then like, he puts the glove on the sheath, so then it just kind of like hangs with the blade off of it, like in the hand part, or is he like putting it into the arm socket and he just has a gigantic robot arm tied to his waist?
It's actually a wooden arm with the sheath inside of the arm. So there's actually an arm with like fingers and a hand dangling off of it.
I'm not going to do that.
All right.
I'm just gonna stuff it in my backpack.
Okay. Let me find.
Really gotta hand it to you.
Oh my god, where's my pun counter?
You left it downstairs.
We left it in the blast radius. No.
It was a 5.
The puns didn't survive.
There was.
There was puns to be had. Alright, so
Went to the pizzeria, came back with gonorrhea.
I'm trying to find the.
Alright, yeah, fuck this place, let's leave.
I'm eager for what was it, 5,000 gold?
Yep.
All right, I'm back. What happened?
He got a arm of one with the equivalent of a wand of frost, but he doesn't want to walk around with an arm.
Hand in my pants.
Yeah, basically a forearm and a hand dangling around. But
Crotch area. That was
let's
funny.
see. Enchantment +1 to attack rolls, 1d8 cold damage. You gain cold resistance equal to 3 plus twice the wand's enchantment bonus. Let's see.
Can't you just put it on your back instead of your pants?
The daily trigger, you hit a target with a cold attack using this wand, in which you would get the same effect if you attack with your sheath for your ice blade.
Why don't you just get a wizard to modify it so it works like an arm glove?
Effect: the target is immobilized to save ends. And
Oh, okay, I found it. I'm actually not going to sell this because this is a rare item.
yep, it's utility power, encounter minor action. Effect: you touch an adjacent container, pool, or other body of water with the wand, and the number of contiguous squares with the body of water equal to 1 plus the wand's enchantment bonus freezes into solid ice. Only one frozen square has to be adjacent to you. The squares of ice are difficult terrain for the rest of the encounter. The effect cannot freeze a square. Effect cannot freeze a square if it contains any creatures.
That's awesome. That's actually like a really strong item. I guess Flick will reluctantly use this item, as ridiculous as it will look. Hanging off his back, a giant arm that he sheaths his handle hilt
Just the
in.
forearm waving around.
You guys see Flick strap it to his back and then reach down and high five the hand part that's like dangling off his side. He gives himself a high five.
Give me a low 5.
Yeah, low five.
Seems like we have a handy new addition to the team.
God. Too bad we left the pun counter down to die.
God.
Sweet.
So,
Alright.
It has so much synergy with like all of my attacks. I can't not use
just
it.
can't refuse it. So, moving down and out, you get to the front of the toy shop. And let's see. You actually see a couple of guards who are just standing there, and they're kind of like, "Holy shit, you're alive!" And
Yep.
they're all just sitting there, just kind of drinking,
Yeah.
and they're just flabbergasted. Like, they saw the arcane barrier come down, they were half expecting to see something dead or automaton come out, and you stroll out just fine.
Rowan walks forward to one of the guys with, like, awestruck guys, grabs the mug out of his hand and drinks it.
Maintain eye contact for dominance.
He just stands there like, huh, how did you get
Easy.
that? What? They all just look at you like, what the You know how many men went in there and never came out?
Yeah, we found their bodies.
And they all just look really pale at that notion.
Yeah, there were a lot of them.
God. So,
There's a leaden door down there. I wouldn't open it if I were you.
But we still have the key. We have the only key. So.
Do we have the only key?
yes,
know
yes,
that
you
this-
actually do.
Oh, okay. So we know it's the only key.
So we're gonna break the key in half and throw it somewhere, right?
Half? Fuck no. We're gonna melt this. Why would we break it in half?
So you can
Because it has a poetic sense of justice to it when you break it in half and you throw it in the water.
but the part that actually goes into the lock is fine. Like, unless it's like a key that. Never mind. I'm just gonna get.
Hits.
I'm gonna have the blacksmith melt it down.
Alright. So, they're all still sitting there kind of stunned, like not really sure what to do. They're supposed to escort you out of the district, and they're actually all kind of scared at you at the same time, like awestruck that somebody survived this horrific place.
Well, as a good friend of mine would say, it's time to get paid. Lead the way.
Mhm.
And they kind of clamor and pick up their ale and flasks and just march off towards the district, leading the way for you. None of them bossy or snooty at this time. They're all actually just like whispering, like, "How do you think they survived? What the hell do you think they fought down there?" Because they just see like the blood and the guts and the other stuff like still staining some of your armor and shit, and they just see like half rotten blood all over you.
Oh yeah, I also need to go get my armor blessed. It's eating healing surges.
Yep, it's still cursed. So, you get down to the market district, and even though it's a little later, contractor's house is still there. And I would imagine you go inside.
Yeah, sure.
Very gingerly.
Rowan's still terrified of the living house.
I don't want more automatons.
I'm gonna knock on the side of the house and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
You kind of hear a creak and a groan from the wood.
That's good to hear, buddy.
Flick will walk up to the counter, flop the my sheath's hand and arm onto the table and hold it out and go, "Payment," while extending the hand.
I'm gonna walk up and hand him the letter that's magically bound to me. That was our contract, I believe.
Yep. So, he gladly plucks it from your hand. You see the arcane energy leave, and he's like, "Oh, so you say you do it? Let's see." He lays it down on the table, and you actually see almost like a 3D image in magic pop up of your entire adventure. It recorded
Damn.
everything you did, so you cannot lie to him.
I was always wondering how you kept us from lying to you.
And he's just scratching his beard, watching.
Skip past the 15-minute to 16-minute mark. Nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
So, you see all the skeletons and everything, the archers, the ooze, the toys, and he's just watching and smiling, nodding his head like, yes, you four are quite a tough bunch. I'm very impressed.
Flick rattles the hands. We're just trying to be annoying.
just waving a hand at him. So, as that's still going on, the desk kind of extends a little, so because he's still enjoying watching your adventures, so it extends out this way about, and then the chest opens up, and you see it kind of shift out to the folder that he has for the contract, and a box pops up, and he just picks it up lightly, places it on the chest on the table, and opens it up like, there you go, 5,000 gold for a job well done. And I'll let the guard captain know about this. I'm sure he'll be very happy and possibly want to meet you at a point.
Rowan's gonna walk forward, and she's gonna ask, "Do you know of this black market?"
And he kind of goes wide-eyed for a moment, and he kind of leans forward. He's like, why would you want to get anything from there?
I don't. The house was enchanted by a man who received a necromantic book. Fast forward to the end. That's what she tells him.
So he pushes his hand forward, and it looks like a whole storybook just kind of flipped through. And you could tell that this whole thing was actually being magically written out by the contract as a book in itself. And he gets to the end. He's reading about Bartholomew, and when Tyrion was reading out loud the entire diary, he's like, "Oh, I actually knew Bartholomew when he was a young lad. Such terribly ill fate. It's so sad that he succumbed to such darkness." Well.
So not counting the 500 advance we got, and not counting any gold we had before this adventure, all the gold and stuff we found split is that, including the 5,000 split each.
Nice.
Damn.
Are you sure? The 5,000 split is 1250. 55, I guess.
We didn't really find much gold in there.
125
You did find 100 platinum.
I thought you
total,
said
so that's
50
another.
platinum.
50.
We found
my
50
bad.
platinum twice.
Shut up, he's doubled it now.
My bad. Same team, man. Same team.
And we also had the Residium to split up.
Good amounts of percent in there.
That should come to.
No, I split the Residium already. It's already calculated.
That seems woefully low for the amount of Residium you got.
100 split 4
You
ways.
found 500 in the chest upstairs.
Yeah.
There were
500 residium in one of the chests upstairs when you opened it. There was 100 downstairs.
Okay, I guess I didn't get that. So, well, 1,000 more split 4 ways is another what, 250 each.
Yeah.
So,
And then another 150 from the 600 Residium.
Let me check my notes here because I wrote it down. 530 gold from the previous searching. So there's a total. You also so you found 530 gold on the toy soldier's floor, as well as a sapphire. You found the 100 platinum, as well as a emerald necklace. You also found Melanie Litt's diamond wedding ring, 100 residium, and then 500 residium upstairs in his workshop. And then you got 5,000 for the contract completion.
So that's a total of.
So how much are like all the jewelry we found, like the wedding ring? And
We have to get that appraised.
Yep.
Alright, how do you split 500 4 ways?
Oh, there is silver.
133.33, I believe. Uh, uh,
That's right, and the ruby. I forgot about that.
yeah, I remembered. 166.66 silver. The 5,000 is 1250 each. So we are all walking away with. Right, okay, so that's a total. So then we cut 1525 into 4. 381 plus 66.66 plus 1250. We're all walking away with 1,797 gold and 91 silver pieces.
1,790.
Can you type that out?
Sure.
So my calculations were only like 100 off after I added the stuff. Couple of things I missed.
Alright.
That's not counting the money that we got from starting out the mission, so whatever you had left over from that, you still have.
Yeah.
Alright.
And we still have the jewelry. And welcome back to the ever-present D&D hilarity of we have to put all this money into a chest to be able to transport it, but when an adventurer picks it up, it just materializes into a small pouch.
Yeah, this is like heaps upon heaps.
Speaking of which, I want to go use this to buy a bag of holding.
Yeah, you could easily buy a bag of holding.
This is like so much. If 50... Wait. Let's see. If 50 gold is...
And to think you only got 500 to start with.
Divided by 50. It's 38 pounds. We're carrying 38 pounds roughly of
I
just
think I got that 18 strength.
money. Just making it
All
right.
right, boys, let's go shopping.
No. First, we need to get our priorities straight. First comes the drinking, and Flick, your whores, right?
Yes.
God.
He's suddenly grown more formal when he has money. Money equals social intelligence.
So, I mean, are we done? Like, can we, like, leave this place and, like, get stuff appraised now, or?
Yep, you can do all your shopping. The contractor nods his head. He's just said, the only thing he says is like, I wouldn't bring up too much the black market around the city guard or any nobles there. Very sketchy about it, and they'll quickly report anyone who even mentions it.
Duly noted.
That's why we asked you. Thank you very much, Mr. Contractor. I'm sure we'll meet again soon.
I look forward to it. Alright, so.
EXP! Level up!
So, yeah, definitely getting a level up. My god, I'm gonna have to add this up because